HighRollers, the weekly Dungeons and Dragons. Why are you laughing?
Because she said something inappropriate right before we
Just
went
before I went, I didn't even hear it. I just tuned you out.
It was about
I
trot
don't
farting.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, that's not that bad.
Well, technically,
It is that bad.
dropping a deuce is shitting itself.
Yeah, that's true.
It would smell pretty bad.
Welcome
Anyway.
to the weekly Dungeons and Dragons game here on the Yogscast Twitch channel. This is HighRollers D&D. I am Mark, Sherlock Holmes, your Dungeon Master for the evening. And joining me this week we have Kim.
Hi.
We have Matt.
Hello.
We have Katie.
Hi.
And Crisp Trot. I'm going to stop that.
Still
It's
doing
not.
the
It's over. I know. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it, sadly. We hope that you've had a wonderful New Year's and a wonderful Christmas. Welcome to the first HighRollers of 2017. Are you excited? Katie isn't.
I will
I'm just
murder you.
frantically reading all my notes.
All your notes, yeah, I was doing
I
that.
didn't take that many.
Incidentally, thank you to the folks at yogscastwikia.com who do an excellent recap of all the episodes if you do miss them and you don't have time to watch the VODs, like a certain Dungeon Master doesn't always have.
But surely you should have all these stories.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
They're up here.
Yeah.
All the
They're
details,
part of
every
your real
name,
life.
every item you pick up, it's all up here. Don't worry. Definitely don't read the wiki every week. That's all.
Please keep the wiki going.
Yeah, just please keep that going. Otherwise, I have to start making notes. Welcome. We hope you guys are going to enjoy it. That's true, but I don't trust her notes as well.
Kim
Miss
does
Metagame.
mathematical breakdowns of the HP of every monster we
I
come
don't need to know
across.
that stuff. Like, I'm
Kim
more
doesn't
worried-
need to know that stuff, she still writes it down.
It helps me figure out how dead the thing is.
So if you're a
They're
new viewer,
dead.
welcome. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed the Christmas special that we did over the Jingle Jam, which raised $2.5 million. That's
Mama.
without all of the
2.2?
2.5.
It was 2.5. You said
Yeah.
2.2 and a half.
I said 2.5. I said
He
2.5.
stumbled a bit.
Oh, right.
Did I?
I don't know.
Look, I meant $2.5 million,
Okay,
which raised it. We had a great time with the Christmas special. We had Kit
Yeah, it
Bus
was great.
along. That was
Did
fun.
we? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, holiday spirit there.
All I remember is being so hot in that Juto onesie. I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
I was gonna
Gonna
die.
die. Hey, you did. That was good.
True.
That's Juto onesie. That's very cool.
It was very
We
good,
might
yeah.
see that again one day.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you've joined us, check those out. You can, if you're a new viewer, welcome. We are in the middle of a little story arc at the moment, of which I will
A little one.
recap.
Just a small
Just
one.
a small one. A couple of quick things. I know a lot of folks are asking about the HighRollers dice that we mentioned a long time ago. We're still waiting for a new distributor to take that up, so we're still waiting on those. But the HighRollers poster is out there. You've got the shit shirt and everything else. And the other thing, which Matt reminded me about, it's going to be our birthday
Oh, right,
soon. Next week or the week after?
Next week.
Next week. Next week is going to be our year
Oh, no, maybe
anniversary.
it's not. Maybe it's the week
17th of January.
Yeah, what's the date today?
Well, it's basically going to be
It's
next week.
basically
Eight.
yeah. So
Today
it's
is the
basically
eighth.
it's the closest one.
It's 16 days away, guys.
16
it's 2 weeks.
Yeah. What's that?
16 days away, isn't it?
No.
It's 16.
It's
Eight
the
days
8th
away.
today. It's
Let Kim do the math.
Jeez.
Not me.
The 17th is
Going well.
Tuesday.
All right. Well, it's our year-long anniversary very soon, which is amazing. It's been a year of HighRollers already, and that is pretty much going to be the start of season 2 in air quotes. So we might look at getting a new shirt made, or maybe something else, something cool made, so you can check that
Tattoos.
out.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
leaving.
I'm going to get a tattoo. You're not leaving.
I'm not
I'm
gonna do
murdering
season
him.
I've got you in a contract until you die. So, and I mean Chris Trott dies, not Cam Buckland.
Oh, right.
Yeah, until you physically die,
That's
you're
not as
mine.
bad.
Yeah.
If Cam dies, that's way worse.
Okay. So, anyway, I should probably crack on with a recap. So,
Oh yeah.
the party are currently on a rather large mission. It all began with Elora hearing news that one of the Elven Spires, she is a member of the Moon Spire, and had heard that the Winter Spire had made an appearance, and one of their members was sent to collect Elora, her parents, as well as the queen of another spire, the Autumn Spire, to head up north and begin sort of diplomatic talks and arrangements to kind of unite the elven people together. The crew travelled and they've had many adventures along the way, but after they arrived at the Winter Spire, they soon discovered that the Lord Solandris Frostwalker, the kind of lord of this Winter Spire, had recently lost his son, and things were a bit dour. There was some sort of strange creature or beast which was harassing a nearby human settlement, and strange things were afoot, basically. The party's done a little bit of investigation, thinking at first that frost giants might be involved, thinking that there might have been something else, but they soon discovered the gritty truth, and that is that an arch-faced spirit called Fenris has somehow been responsible in the death of Lord Solandris' son, Dathomir, but has also done some other unsightly stuff and given some sort of curse or boon or gift to Lord Solandris himself, as well as an artifact called the Crown of Black Ice, of which purpose you are not quite sure. You are accompanied by Nalistri, who is an adoptive son, you've discovered, of Lord Salandris, being half Winter Spire and half Summer Spire, who is he started off as a bit of a grouch and a bit of a miserable bastard, but has kind of come to learn that actually he's, not. So, I'm full of eloquent words today, so you can bet on that. And you guys, after discovering all this about Fenris and everything else, you sent familiars, Granamir, Trelamar's Pseudo Dragon, and Nalistri's Owl familiar, Whisper. You sent them to the Frostspire's kind of grounds to see what was happening. And you saw that the guards were kind of getting groups of citizens together, and you spotted that Silval Frostwalker, Lord Salandris' daughter, has now shifted into some sort of half-wolf, half-elf hybrid, and seemed to be moving around.
Is that the one that me and Tro were?
Yeah.
Yes.
That could have been interesting.
It could have been interesting.
Half-wolf.
Half-wolf that you were
Which end do you want?
you were flirting with. And so, discovering this, you decided to try and find sneak your way into the Frostspire itself. You did this by calling on aid of a frost giant named Sverrier, who told you that there was a place of strange magic, and you were led to a cavern, which has taken you down into a demi-plane, bit of a retcon there, into a demi-plane that connects to the Feywild, and that is where we begin today, friends. Cold spreads through your body, exposed skin soon feels numb and raw, and your breath steams in front of you with every breath. Gravel and ice crunch underfoot as you carefully make your way through the dark ice caverns. Your light sources barely illuminate the vastness of the space you're in, almost as if it is being partially absorbed by the gloom itself. Thick walls of faint blue ice surround you, and giant stalactites and stalagmites block your path from time to time. Throughout the caverns, a bitter wind blows, occasionally howling or wailing through tight spaces. Sometimes you can almost hear whispers, but whenever you stand still to listen, there is only wind. A large white wolf, the ally of Sverrier, a wolf called Howl, accompanies you, padding softly through the ice and snow. As mentioned, any light sources you have, I would assume, Cam, you probably have Duracell.
Duracell is out.
The light from Duracell is heavily reduced. Whatever its normal brightness, which I believe is about a 20-foot radius, is actually halved. So you can only barely see about 10 foot in front of you.
Is it
Those of you with
fog with the orb of light around it?
it's kind of like almost like a dense, like cold fog, but also just oppressive darkness. Like darkness seems very strong here. Those of you who have got low light vision, particularly I think the three of you do, you can see a little bit further than that, probably about 20 feet in front of you, but anything else pretty much shifts into darkness.
I put my mask on because that gives me true dark vision.
So the silvery mask pulls over Trelamar's face, the three eyes kind of glowing brightly, and yes, this now suddenly illuminates. The cavern itself is, your vision goes black and white, and you can kind of see almost like an infrared predator style vision of like heat sources and things. Yeah, and you can see it much clearer than the rest of the party. And you can now see that this cavern is actually huge. It rises, perhaps 20 feet above you. The walls are made from a solid kind of, icy blue, thick frost. And yeah, there's just this eerie silence kind of permeating through the space. And you are literally making your way through. You were last told, it was surmised by, I think, Nalistri and Trelamar worked out, that this is a pocket of the Feywild, or it's a demi-plane basically, and that it may lead you into the spire itself. The Feywild and the material plane kind of meet and they kind of overlap each other, so you can often find passages through one plane to reach to another space in another. And you guys surmised that last time. And yeah, just this oppressive darkness extends out from you. Elora, you still have those haunting images of Fenris kind of taunting you almost, talking to you about joining the family and that they can't wait for you to reach the spire. And what would you like to do?
Does Hal speak common?
He does. The last thing you remember is that Hal, whilst he couldn't speak in the material plane, it seems that in this place he gains some modicum of intelligence, and he just kind of low growls like, the darkness is strong here.
So's the cold. I don't suppose, this is like a tunnel, right?
Yes.
A demi-plane tunnel through the Feywild to get into the Winter Spire. Don't suppose you got any, tropical demi-planes that we could...
This is not my place of mine. This belongs to her.
Even like just a rainy field demi-plane would be way better than the current situation.
Yes, it would.
Any suggestions?
No. I am a wolf.
I understand that, but you're also talking to me.
Yes.
So you're not just a wolf.
This place allows me to speak.
Do any rainy or like slightly warmer places allow you to speak too?
No. Also, I can't go to them.
Okay. Plan
I
B.
do not control this place.
Plan B.
You're starting to get like, and so I think at this point, like, I mean, Trellamar, you've got the mask. You don't feel the cold at all. You're pretty much immune to this effect at this point. Juto, Elora, Cam, the three of you, it is horribly, bitterly cold. Your limbs are starting to feel numb. You're having to like constantly rub them to keep yourself warm. Your teeth are chattering. Without something to help keep you warm, going through this place may become difficult over time.
Okay. I just say plan B, and I go and grab Hal, and
You just hug him.
yeah,
Okay.
as tightly as I can.
Yeah, he's a direwolf, so he's about the size of kind of not quite as tall as a horse, but definitely as long and as bulky, but more lower to the ground. And you're just kind of
Thank you.
wrapping. You just kind of lean on him. He's just like,
So cold, Hal. So cold.
I do not feel cold.
Oh,
have
I
fur."
do. Can you not feel my cold?
Stop. He like looks at you. He's like, I can warm you, and then he licks your face.
That's actually all right. Thank you. Do that every 30 seconds.
Very well.
Thanks. Not right in the face.
Well, at least he
But-
didn't piss on you.
30 seconds. He turns around.
Yeah. I'm gonna need some
It's
water.
rough. It's like a big cat tongue. Like
Yes.
scrapes along your
I
skin.
mean, if anyone's cold, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it is getting very, very frosty.
Can I get a torch out, but not so much use it for light, but use it just to
Just
sort
try
of
and
keep
warmth.
myself?
Yeah, you struggle initially. You kind of have like your tinder box, and during craft, you just manage to get a fire going, and it crackles to life. The light is barely anything from a torch. In a normal place, this might have illuminated a good sort of 10, 20 feet around you. Here, it barely seems to do 5 feet. It's almost like a candle's light. But the warmth is just enough to kind of keep you from shivering over completely. You're having to almost keep it right next to you, kind of holding it with both hands, desperately trying to hold on to it for warmth. And yeah, you guys can find yourselves on this map I've placed you. You can see these icy caverns. Trellamar, probably it'd be if you step out to the front, you can kind of lead the party much easier throughout the gloom. And yeah, you see a number of pathways branching off before you.
Tuto. Mm-hmm. You know I'm the most intelligent of the group. I have an idea. Set my hand on fire. I have a test, a theory that needs testing. Just a little one, just tiny one, right here.
I'm just gonna look at these two, like, is he, what?
Has the cold gotten that bad? That
Actually,
you've
to
gone
be
a bit
fair, I
insane?
put my hand on Elora's torch.
Okay, it burns, obviously.
How? I didn't expect that.
You're going to take 2 points of fire damage.
Ow.
But it's not as hot, like plunging your hand into like a roaring flame the way you did. I mean, you kind of just plunge your hand in there, quite sure of your theory that fire won't hurt you as much.
Yeah.
You plunge your hand in there and you almost instantly have to put it back. And it's red hot, and you can see the skin is not blistered, but it is like red. But this should have like really badly burnt your hand, like plunging it into a thick roaring flame. It's definitely diminished in some way.
Juto, your powers of fire are diminished here. It's the longest word I've ever said. Apart from my surname.
When he does say that, you do feel that the presence of Crownbrand, which is kind of always present with you, like he's not always speaking, but you always know he's there. It's like he's more distant here. It's like he is quieter almost, but almost just like, it's not like, normally he's like it within you kind of there. This feels like almost like a shadow of him is with you at this point.
Okay. Can I, like, try and summon some fire just to
Yeah,
test?
you
what, like,
can do it kind of, you ignite this flame, but it's almost like trying to light a torch in a wind. Like, it flickers and you really have to kind of concentrate, and you get this small flame, and it does provide some warmth, but it is very kind of hard to maintain here.
Yeah.
This is definitely, same with light, like any light source like Cam's Duracell, things like that, it just almost seems to be dissipated and absorbed. This is a place of ice and darkness.
We can't rely on our normal abilities here. We have to think differently. Think different.
Hal just starts sniffing. He's just like, this place, this is twisted, and there are things that move and smell. I smell other wolves and death.
Death.
Great.
That's not good.
Do you know which direction we should progress?
No. I am here to guide you as Feria wishes, but I cannot guide you through this place.
What?
Do we have
I mean,
any...
that's the point of a guide. It's to guide us through. You said that you were tasked as being a guide.
I was tasked as aiding you.
Well, you said guide.
I am a wolf.
I know. Just lick my face.
Nalishri kind of shivers, and you can see the cold doesn't bother him as much, but he's definitely still kind of like having to kind of rub himself. He's got his robes wrapped around. He's just like, Trelemar, perhaps your mask has arcane powers, if I understand this correctly. It might be that if you can see through the darkness that permeates here, it might be that you'll be able to pick up some sort of trail, or you might be able to find ways out of here if we discover portals, that sort of thing. It should enable you to see something.
I can lead the way. Well, we've
But
got...
we may have to wander these caverns a bit blind until we can find some sort of natural portal.
Well, we've got 4 separate ways we can go.
Yeah. What do you reckon? What do your arcane thoughts tell you?
Well, you can give me an Arcana check if you want to kind
Yeah.
of like focus your, understanding of magic and things like that.
My powers...
There's a 2,
So that's a 3.
a 3. You're kind of
A
struggling.
whopping 3.
You're like, right. No, there's not. You might as well just pick it.
Dip.
Yeah.
Dip.
Yeah. I learned that on my travels.
Yeah.
Do I see any sort of... He said he could sense wolves and stuff. Do I
Yeah.
see any tracks?
You give
on
me a
the-
survival check. Perception check, sorry, to spot them.
Yeah,
That'll be survival
sorry,
to spot them.
that wasn't great.
Get the bad rolls out now, guys, because you're going to need the high ones
16.
later.
Oh, thanks.
16.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. There are definitely, in the snow and gravel, they're very fine, but you see direwolf, large wolf prints kind of going here and there and things like that. The prints tend to come... I'll mark them sort of here. The wolf prints kind of seem to lead sort of all over.
Cool, yeah.
But
Yeah.
it looks like that they seem to circle, almost as if patrolling.
Oh. Okay,
So they kind of double back on each other and come round. And they seem to walk in a very set path as well. Like, it's not like it's just random wanderings, they are walking patrols.
There's no other tracks with them, it's just the direwolf tracks?
Yes, just direwolf
Direwolf.
tracks.
Okay. Yeah, guys, there's some kind of patrol. So,
We need to know.
either way, if we stay here, they're going to come past here regardless.
We need to be
So-
behind them, not in front of them.
Should we be moving quietly?
We probably...
You know I'm not super good at that, Listri says.
Yeah, maybe you could like sit on Hal.
Yes, I could do. Is that alright, Hal? And he's like, you may, yes.
That will at least prevent you from being loud.
I
Hang
can
on.
be quiet.
If you turn into a polar bear, will you not be more acclimatized to the cold?
I would be. But maybe
I
I
would
don't
be.
want to. I could
Let's-
do that. I so wish.
Just think.
Well, what I'm going to need
Save it.
is everybody to make 2 checks. Everybody needs to make a stealth check. Everybody but Trelemar needs to make
Have you got-
a Constitution saving throw. Sorry.
Oh, Constitution.
So stealth
oh.
from everybody first, please.
Can I cast Pass Without a Trace?
Can you cast Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah, I can actually. Mark.
Cool. Yeah, you may. Are you casting that? So you cast Pass Without a Trace, so everybody gets a +10 bonus. How long does it last? Is it concentration spell? Do you know?
So 28 for
Pass Without a
was
Trace.
so
stealth.
small.
With pass without trace, 28.
28 for Laura.
22.
22 stealth for Trelemar.
20.
I think it's like 8 hours, isn't it?
22.
22. Is that with the +10? Yeah, Kim. Yeah, +10.
Duration up to 1 hour. Concentration.
Okay, so 1 hour concentration, and can you give me a stealth check as well, please? Camulus.
Camulus gets a 15.
With a
25.
+10. I was going to say. And then Constitution saving throws for 1, 2, and 3.
9.
Please. 9.
5.
16.
Oh
16.
dear.
So the two of you, so Laura and Cam, the cold is really bad. Even, like Hal's licking isn't super helpful, and it's just really starting to get to you now. It's almost painful. Almost you're kind of having to wrap up whatever clothes you have. You're kind of keeping around you tight, and yeah, that's just at the moment. It's just getting really bad, like all painfully cold.
I've still got a torch, right?
You've still got the torch, and you're kind of holding to it. In fact, you can make the same throw again as if you had advantage, because I forgot that you had the torch.
No.
No. So even that, it's like, it's just not warm enough to keep you from really suffering in this freezing cold weather. But that's all you need to know for now. Where would you like to go? Please
Let's go somewhere quickly.
indicate.
Pick it. Just pick.
I
Hip
think
dip.
we should go this way.
Okay.
So you want to move that way?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Try
in the
and
middle.
try and stay in each
well.
other's footprints.
Okay. So...
Not like in The Shining.
Yeah, just like that.
So Nalistri will come up the
My
rear.
favourite theatre play.
Granamir.
Back in Talisvar.
So,
How? Is there a way that you can kind of try and brush our footprints away as we walk?
yes, I will try.
Thank you.
Okay.
He can
So,
brush his little tail and brush it away.
that's pretty much what he's doing. Is he kind of like scoops it
Got a
with
big old
paws or
tail.
brushes
Got a
it.
big tail.
So,
Oh.
Here we go.
Is that a ship?
Skeletor.
I'm not done yet.
They look malnourished.
He doesn't.
Maybe they're just hungry people.
They could be friendly. You know, we're being
I'm sure they're
very
fine.
prejudiced against skeletons here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's not even say the S word yet.
Yeah.
We don't know.
So, as you guys begin making your way through these icy caverns, the cold kind of biting into your flesh, you guys up ahead, Trelemar being ahead and being able to see in darkness, otherwise you probably wouldn't have stumbled upon these guys until you walked into them. You can see there is what appears to be a large, elaborate-looking galley, frozen, half in the ground, half in the wall, collapsed mast, kind of almost forming like a pole as it smashed through part of the hull, almost forming like a small bridge up to the deck. And around it, working, seemingly doing things like repairing parts of the ship, going about business, carrying what looked to be like broken barrels and empty crates back and forward, are a number of skeletons, like curved blades stuck in their rib cages as makeshift scabbards, wearing tattered remnants of clothes, tattered tricorn hats, kind of like shuffling back and forwards. You can see up on the actual ship itself a few more, not skeletons, but more like dark, withered corpses, pale in colour, wearing again tattered kind of looking clothing, rusted swords in scabbards, occasionally with a crossbow or a longbow on their slung on their shoulder, are moving about on the deck, and you can kind of hear like grumblings and sort of like faint noises coming from up on the deck itself. But yeah, they just seem to be going about some weird sort of business, but they're not doing anything productive. Like they're banging nails into wooden like parts of the ship and then pulling them out again, hammering them in place.
I regale the party that story and say, so I don't know if you want to meet our neighbours, or we could always turn around and go another way.
We could. I have a plan if we decide to engage with them.
Yeah.
I have an ability.
Called the Magic Circle, which, if anything enters it, it affects them in certain ways.
That's very useful, Chris.
Wow.
I got to see page 256 for the full description. But
Wow.
it's good for undead, alright? I can choose undead.
It does take, I believe, a minute to cast.
Correct. But they haven't seen us yet.
Nope, they haven't.
So,
And I believe it's a 10-foot circle, right? You can create. I think, or 10-foot radius. So it'd be
10-foot radius, 20 foot
20 foot.
tall.
yeah. So you could definitely block like one of these kind of entryways with it.
They're basically, we could bottleneck them into this circle, because they might be mindless skeletons that will just attack on sight, right?
You can hear like grumblings coming up
Might.
from on the deck. I want this ship safe, soon as possible.
Oh, I could choose what happens. So I can either choose they can't willingly enter the cylinder, by non-magical means. If the creature tries to use teleportation, it must first succeed on a charisma saving throw, or the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls whilst in the cylinder, or the targets within the cylinder can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed, so that it could protect us.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Do we want to even
I'm
alert
whispering.
them to our presence? We could just go a different way.
We could.
Trelamar, do you sense any sort of arcane powers from them?
Let's see.
You can also you can detect magic with the mask as well as a charge with the mask. It's one of the mask's abilities. But you can always make an Arcana check.
I'll do my Arcana check
Okay.
first. 10.
He's not the best at knowledge, old Trelamar. I mean, they're animated skeletons walking around. There's some necrotic magic at work, but you don't sense anything more than that. Yeah, you just watch as they kind of like go back and forth. The skeleton puts down a broken barrel, moves up to a pile of crates, picks one up, moves back over, puts it down, picks the barrel back up, moves it back to where he had it in originally, and just kind of repeats this process.
Trell, I assume you haven't seen any of them.
Swab the main deck, you bastard fools, you hear from up on the decks.
You haven't heard it or seen any of them leave this area. They're all doing tasks within this area, right?
Just doing the same things.
So
yeah.
these aren't the patrol. I'm worried
No,
about
the
patrol.
patrol is
They were
direwolves.
wolves, weren't they?
I'm worried the patrol's going to come up behind us, and we're also going to have to face these as well. So maybe we should either keep moving or make a decision. Stat. I could create a magical circle behind us to prevent anyone attacking our flank.
No, I think we should.
I think
Do
if
one
we
or the
walk
other.
through them, they will leave us unharmed. They seem.
And if all else fails, there could be.
Go ahead.
There could be treasure on that boat.
It'll be fine.
Could be treasure on that
There
boat.
could be treasure on that boat, but that's not the
Treasure's
task at
not.
hand, Trell.
Yeah, but you know,
That's
on a
fine.
bit of gold.
What would you guys like to do? Juto, Trelamar, what would you like to do? A lot from Cam Buckland.
I think we should just let's go with Juto. Let's go with her idea. I think we should just walk through.
I don't think anything in here is not going to harm us. I think everything will harm us in here.
So do you guys want to go a different way? What would you like to do? You got to make a decision. And Alicia just kind of looks at you like, I will go with what the group feels.
I'm sure they're lovely. Let's go shake hands.
I'm going to start walking.
Okay.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
So Juto, boop, 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 boop. So Juto, as you kind of like get out into the main area, your vision starts to very quickly go dark as you step away from the light of Duracell, and you don't have the dark vision, the true dark vision of Trelamar's mask. Instead, you kind of just see this looming boat shape in kind of half shadow, and these figures moving around, and you just hear. In fact, actually, let's see if anything spots you initially. Okay. The first three skeletons just don't pay any attention to you. You just kind of walk quite quietly, thanks to the spell of Pass Without a Trace. You leave no tracks. You just walk silently through. And then eventually you just hear a, "Ha, Captain! Somebody approaches!" And it's like, "Down there!" And he points down, and you can see a figure wearing... He probably would have once been quite handsome. Strong jaw, but now his skin is tight and gaunt and pallid white. Blue eyes, bright blue, kind of, almost shining almost in the pale light of Duracell's glow. Wearing a big tricorn hat, cutlass at his side, long coat with big sleeves, a peg leg still attached to his half-constructed body, hobbles up onto the front of the deck. "And who be this? Get ye gone, devil woman, or I'll set my boys on ye!" And you can see a few of the skeletons now turn around with these giant, clubs and axes, and a few of the other kind of corpse-like figures on top seem to ready crossbows. "I'll have none of ye landlubbers here!"
Avast, ye worthy sea captain!
"One who speaks true, I see, but I'll take no flattery from you, devil woman."
I simply wish to travel past ye and leave ye unharmed.
"I see. Just willing to pass, eh? Well, nobody passes Bartholomew Black unless they pay me a true fee. Where be your gold? I'll add it to me pile, lass, and then ye be on your way as much as you want. Maintaining a crew of this caliber ain't no easy feat, I tell thee, not in a place as cursed as this."
I have no gold as in bullion, but I do have something worthy of a mighty sea captain like ye.
"Then speak of it before quick, or I'll take ye as a captive, put your swab in me decks,
I have a trophy, a mark of a true champion.
Not the bell.
Oh, the
I'm
bell.
gonna
Not the
hand
bell.
up the bell like that.
The bell?
The
Belt.
wrestling
The
belt.
wrestling belt.
He looks down. He just. Get her. And then the two.
Parley! I wish to parley!
Parley!
That's a pirate's thing.
Ye speak of material plane terms. There be no parley with planar pirates. And these two skeletons kind of like come up to the side. These two like skeletons kind of come up to the side of you. Their brittle bones creaking, and they just grab your arms, kind of like, you know, not super strong. They're not really expecting you to put up a fight at this point and be like, I'll claim me gold from you, perhaps I'll sell ye to the witch that owns this place. Perhaps me even buy me freedom. And they start trying to drag you. Are you going to try and resist?
Have
The
we
rest of you
heard?
just watch-
all
Oh yeah,
this?
you've watched this from the shadows
Okay.
of this tunnel. You can just see this. Trelamar's just watching in pure black and
In
white
pure-
vision. Yeah, he
So,
can see it.
sorry,
He's
guys.
just having a great show.
Yeah.
Can I just blast the two
Can I,
skeletons?
Just like-
can I go? I want.
Well, you're going to do that, so make your attack rolls. Well, no, you're doing this as well. It's at the same time. What are you doing?
There's no point doing what I'm
No,
gonna
no,
do.
you've got to do it because you wouldn't know
Commit.
that he was doing it.
Well,
so.
I was going to talk to them. So.
Okay, so yeah, so Laura steps forward, and like is like, "Ah," and then these beams come flying
There's no point
past.
then.
I'm rolling shit. I'll probably
You have
miss.
advantage because they don't know you're there.
Ugh.
Wow.
Now you have advantage.
I said I was rolling shit.
You have
So that
advantage.
was a 5 and a 3.
Hey.
Two sixes.
2 sixes. So hang on.
Work it
You
out.
shoot me. I'm gonna
So
slap you
that
so hard.
is 13 for each.
Okay.
This is why you're not royalty, Trell.
Yeah.
Diplomacy. Blast him.
It's failed. Blast. Kill him. I like
You
it.
should take my wrestling belt. It's pretty rad.
You both have
What'd you
great
get?
ideas.
13.
13.
Just enough to hit
Oh!
these crappy skeletons.
All right.
So yeah, roll your damage on these skeletons.
Make it good.
So that's a 9
Yep.
and a 7.
Okay, so I've just got to write this down. Okay, you blast. These two eldritch beams come flying out of the darkness. Just as Elora kind of stands, is like one of your blasts like most of the ribs and one arm off one skeleton. The other one blasts one of its legs off, and it kind of crumples to the ground. But you can still see that they are animated and living. Trent, we're being attacked, boys! 2 arms! Everybody, roll initiative.
Hey.
What's happening?
It did not take long.
Oh, fucking natural 20 on initiative. Such a waste.
Oh, that's a 2. A shit initiative.
It was a nice try with the belt.
My other idea was to give him the gun that I took from Dolgrim.
That might have been a good idea. Yeah, that could have worked a bit better.
Look,
Right.
in my heart, the wrestling belt is worth a lot, Mark.
I know.
Juto thinks.
That's-
Juto
I love
think
that.
the wrestling belt
That's
is
the
way
thing,
more
it's a mark of
valuable.
a champion.
Excuse me.
It's my most valuable possession after my Korak action figure.
Should have given that.
No!
I've got another one you could have.
Okay, Cam Buckland, initiative, please.
We have a back
One
back.
Six.
one to
Elora,
favour and one to
initiative.
keep in the box.
23.
23. Trelamar.
11.
Juto.
15.
Well, Elora,
Oh, fuck's
you'll be
sake.
pleased to know you're going first. As you kind of get out, just a sigh escapes your lips, I'm sure.
I'm not going to attack. I'm going to try and speak to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, you want to leave this place. You want to leave the clutches of the evil that owns this world. We are trying to do the same. Allow us to help.
As you say that, you basically just hear, "Ye the ones that have attacked Bartholomew! Ye lay down your weapons and surrender, and I'll consider letting you live." And that's what you hear. But you don't know. You might have convinced me you didn't do anything else.
For your own sake, I would suggest... for your own sake, I would suggest that you surrender to us now.
Oh, God.
Give me an intimidate check.
Natural
Natural
20.
20!
Shit. Nice.
He just is like, Like, you see him stutter for a moment, and the undead, like the skeletons and that, don't seem phased, but the captain sort of takes a moment, but he's like, "Hey, ye be a strong one, lass. Stand your folk down, and I'll stand mine, and we can talk. We'll parlay, as the demon child calls it."
Okay, Trell, don't blast anyone for a second, can you?
Hold ye fire, men, I say.
What's happening?
Okay.
Who's there? Bring him out. Bring out the scurvy dog that hides.
I have some companions with me. All we wish to do is pass throughout this realm.
Well, you said that you wish to escape and that you would... Perhaps we can work together, I see. Perhaps. I do long to escape, to return to the planar seas. I've been trapped here for centuries.
What holds you here?
That damn witch's power. Fenris, she calls herself. 'Tis her realm that ye stand in, if ye didn't know. Once her form has been dissipated, me and my men will be able to leave.
Well, we
Are on our way
to do that. So it would be in your best interest if you would let us pass unharmed, so that we may have a chance to free you and your men.
It's like, Ye speak logic. I do not normally approve of such things. I approve of a sword to the face. But in this instance, for the sake of my well-being, I will allow you to pass. But if any of you come close to my ship, I'll not have that. I'll not give up my treasure for anything. And he like looks around.
We're not
calm down.
interested in your treasure. We only wish to pass through this place so that we can get to Fenris.
Very well. You'll find her to the north, but be warned. If you do not deal, it's been a long few centuries. My tongue doesn't work as it once did. If you do not deal with her winter wolves, she'll call them to assist you. Many of my men have died trying to fight her, and I've long given up.
I think he doesn't know they're dead. Already.
Also, there be a creature to the south of here, a servant of hers, but it is a strange one. She lives in a glade of grass and flowers. Maybe worthwhile investigating there too, in case she holds some secret trick to Fenris's power. I cannot go near it. Something is about that place. It destroys me men before they get there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I start like trying to piece together one of the skeletons that tried to blast
Just
us.
like mend it, like
Putting his arm back in the socket.
it's like it like snaps back in. Like it seems almost like magnetically kind of like snapped to. And he kind of it like looks at you, pats you on the shoulder, and then picks up its barrel, moves it over to a place, puts the barrel down, picks it back up again, moves it back, puts it down. It just goes back a bit. He's like, Sally Jim, put the barrel over there. And like the skeleton moves it where he's pointed and things like that.
Let's go to the
Well,
grass.
there you go, princess of this group. Do as you see fit, Captain.
Captain.
I hope that ye will keep to your word and slay this witch, so that I may be free.
She threatens my family.
Then she deserves a scurvy death.
That she does. To
Blank.
the north, you said.
Aye, but be warned, she is like this place. It obeys her whims. It is hers to command. She will be no easy foe, so best ye make sure ye prepared.
South?
To the grass.
Do you want to go south to the grass?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Or,
Yes.
yeah.
We need every ally
It
or
might be warmer.
information we can get.
Well, it was one of her servants, they said, not an ally.
We can at least scope it out with his face
Charlie
vision.
Belly.
Yeah.
Mask vision. I think it could be a source of her weakness as well.
Yeah. Which way is the south?
That way.
Yeah, sorry, can you move your hair off the mic, please?
Is it going?
Could you shave your hair?
Yeah, this way, basically. So, if you guys are going to make that your way there,
Yeah.
I'll move Salty Jim and the others over. So, you guys make your way over.
I apologise to the skeletons as we walk past.
They just, they nod their heads.
I salute the captain.
It's like,
I can't see
glares
shit.
at you.
Put my belt over my shoulder, walk off.
And Alistri, like Cam, is like, what's going on?
I don't honestly have no
What
idea.
happened? I don't
I just hear some stuff and I put the skeleton's arm back in its socket.
Elora feels quite content because she never usually manages anything like that.
It was good. You got a natural 20 on Intimidate. That's pretty damn good. Right. You could have also just paid him, but, you know, Juto offered a belt, so...
It was the most valuable thing to Juto.
Oh, yeah.
So, as you guys make your way through the icy caverns, I am going to need everybody but Trillamar to make another Constitution saving throw, please.
10.
Yeah, 11.
13.
Okay. So, Elora, you're just managing to keep warm. Sort of the encounter with this skeleton crew, literally a skeleton crew, manages to kind of like, it kind of got you, you know, kind of hyped up enough that you kind of like, your body's kind of kicking in and you're kind of resisting the cold. What did you get?
10.
10. You're starting to now feel pretty frosty, like it's starting to kind of get to you a little bit. Nalistri is not looking great. Cam, though, you got an 11. Right, you are now at level 1 of exhaustion. The ice is, you are literally freezing. Like, you can't feel your fingers. Like, trying to do anything dexterous, like trying to do things like skill checks is very hard. Like, you can't stop shivering. You're that cold.
You're gonna need to fucking fire.
Before we go towards the tree,
Gah!
is there anything flammable around?
Just set me on fire.
It looked like on the ship itself there were like bolts of
Nope.
cloth and things like that,
Nope.
like old tattered sails.
Not up.
No, don't tell me with that. I have travelers. No, they're the clothes I'm wearing.
I'm gonna pull over my raven.
No, we do
cloak.
actually have a layer each, don't we? Didn't we get? We got travel clothes from Eneran, and we had our other outfits too. So we should have
didn't
two
get
layers.
cold layer. You got like the blend in with the crowd clothes from Enoran.
Yeah, I'm not
But we
gonna
could
set
layer.
fire to those.
You can put on another, and it might help a little bit.
I'm gonna put on another
Yeah,
layer.
it makes sense. Like you would have, like you are literally, like even though it's just your same outfit, you're
Yeah.
like literally wrapping sort of like leggings around your neck as a rudimentary scarf, like you know, putting everything you can, stuffing your like shirt with like extra socks, putting 2 pairs of socks on, that sort of thing, doing what
What's
you can.
the wrestling belt made out of?
Leather, thick leather.
Just gonna burn it. Let's see what I have.
To
What
warm
do
you
I
guys
have?
up.
Well, you guys are kind of. Are you stopping to have this conversation, or are you just talking about this as you make your way through the caverns?
Let's do what penguins do. Let's
Huddle. Huddle close to Howl.
I have never.
I mean,
seen
yeah,
that.
you're kind of like trying to stick as close to Hal as you possibly can.
Wrap his tail around me.
Let me see if Nalistri can do anything. I don't think he can, but he might be able to.
At least do you have anything flammable on him?
He has torches. He doesn't really have anything.
Spell scrolls.
He could grease Cam up. He says, I could cover you in grease. I mean, no, it's an insulator. A fat. No?
You'll ruin my hair.
I'm sorry. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm sorry, Cam.
Grease in my hair.
I could summon a frost elemental, but I think that just might make you more cold. I'm sorry. That's.
Just stay on
afraid-
Hal.
Okay.
Okay.
He just sort of sits quietly, his feet off the ground, sad that he knows that
You
he'll,
don't have
he'll
a-
make a noise.
Have you got a torch out? You
Get
don't
a
have a
torch out.
torch.
Okay, so you're going to get a torch out like that, kind of like
do
trying to
yourself
keep a
for
bit of
now.
warm.
Cradling some
Okay.
torch.
So you guys are trying to keep yourselves as warm as possible. As you make your way south, you do see this very odd sight. Trellamar kind of sees it first, and in your mask it appears as glowing, a vibrant glade filled with magic. Like you get the sense that this place is full of magic. The rest of you see it, there's almost like a slight amber glow in the middle of this huge empty black cavern. Most of it's darkness to your eyes. The ground is still icy, it's still freezing cold, but there is this hill of grass and vegetation and flowers with a single pine tree in the center of it. Give me perception checks, everybody. You have advantage because of your mask, Trellamar.
22.
6.
6.
Oh, God, I'm rolling
So
like
bad.
horse shit today.
15.
You really
9.
9. Even with the mask, the advantage.
Yeah.
So, Elora and Cam, you and Nalistri as well. You two don't notice at first, but the three, Elora, Cam, and Nalistri's like, do you see that? And you can see a figure, a woman of kind of made of leaves and bark, very similar to the dryad that Elora once summoned, moving amongst the vegetation, tending to the plants. tending to the trees, that sort of thing. She moves softly and sadly. She isn't wearing anything. She's nude, but her body is made of like bark and vines and grass. And she just kind of is like tending to flowers, gently kind of, plucking them, putting them into a wicker basket, that sort of thing. And yeah, she just seems to be moving around this glade. I don't have a particularly good mini for her, so I'm just going to use this one.
1. Let's not kill her straight away, Troll. 2.
Imagine that you're like super cold, like you're like 2.
Dibs.
What do you mean, dibs?
Dibs.
But what?
Dibs.
In what way? What?
You can't see her, can you?
But-
there's a lady in the glen.
She's made of wood.
So am I. If you know what I mean.
I really don't think now's the time, Cam Buckler.
Look, it's warming me up inside, okay?
Okay, all right, yes, all right, that's fine, yes. Friction would do that, yes, that's quite true.
Because I'm fire immune.
Yeah.
Can I blow some fire into my hands and just try and warm these guys?
You can try, yeah.
Can I?
Yep, so what I want you to do is, I think the best way of trying to do that, because you'd have to try and manage the amount of flame to generate to warm yourself up and then sort of like hold them.
I mean, I've got elemental attunement.
Yeah, so I think like with your control, make just a wisdom, so d20 plus your wisdom bonus. Because that's kind of where you get your key power from, is your wisdom, 10. You manage to kind of like warm yourself up, and I will say that the rest of the guys get to make their next thing with advantage, because you're kind of like, and you watch as like Juto's arms get wreathed in flame, and then she kind of like,
We just all stand
you
around
literally just like wrap your hands or give them almost like a massage, almost like holding their hands, holding their face, trying to keep their extremities as warm as possible. So yeah, you guys have advantage the next time you have to make that Constitution saving throw, as you're kind of just trying to channel this fire.
These G as well.
Yeah. He's like, kind of, I'm assuming when you said everybody, you kind of said men.
Don't do it, Hal.
But yeah, you're kind of just like, and you're like summoning the flame and things like that, pulling the flame from like torches and stuff like that. But yeah, you can just see this woman moving around. I'm going to assume all your stealth checks are still in place. She does not seem to notice any of you.
Yeah, I've still got the hour of concentration on her.
It's been about sort of 15, 20 minutes. Sort of imagine that these corridors are not exactly to 5 feet gaps. Like, they take you a bit of time to walk down.
See, compared to the previous encounter, I think she may be friendlier.
She said that the captain said that she was a servant of Fenris.
Yeah,
she
but
can't be
maybe
trusted.
not her own will.
Miss Alora, as a druid of nature, I feel that perhaps you would have the most affinity with her.
Potentially, yeah.
True.
Do you want to give me a nature check with advantage of Alora, actually, just to represent your druidic knowledge of dryads?
And you will not try and hit on her.
And nature.
Nature, yeah.
You don't know that.
19. There's a couple of things about dryads you know. One, they are bound to their tree. Whatever tree they come from, they are
Right.
bound to it. So if it's moved, if it's destroyed, the dryad is destroyed. If it's moved, they have to go with it. Generally, they are good aligned creatures. They're almost never evil. If they are, it's because they've been corrupted by magic. Very much like Golthea when you first faced her. But normal dryads are generally nature-loving. They care for flowers and plants and animals. They're very shy and secretive. But yeah, they're normally, that's what you know about them in general principle.
Okay. I should probably talk to her.
Well, what would you guys like to do?
Curl up in a ball and just furiously vibrate.
You're kind of like underneath, Howlite will sit on you basically if you
Yes.
wanted to, and you're just
Yes.
like, and that really helps. That's like, oh my god.
Butt warmth.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do.
I could always read her mind and see if there's any evil intent.
Yeah.
No, I could just talk to her. I don't want her to be.
Suspicious of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want your mask thing like you did with Nilistri, and he got really mad about it. I don't want to make him
I
mad.
did get quite mad about it, yes. It's very rude to read someone's mind without asking.
It's understandable.
Yes.
I would
Terrible.
be angry
Maybe if the conversation
You're
gets a
saying
bit.
It's just a simple case of
It's just like,
etiquette.
he's talking to Juto now, like you were talking to him and he just is like, yes, why you help, like, back me up. Okay, so you're going to step forward?
I'm going to step forward. I'm going to tell everyone else to stay.
Yep, so they're all
Happy to. Under Hal's butt.
Yeah, so he's kind of like,
You get splinters.
Splinters.
Down there.
What?
You'd get splinters.
From a wolf's butt?
No,
No, from a
her.
tree woman.
Oh, right.
For God's sake.
Yeah, good point. I'll bear that in mind. I'll get some sandpaper.
I'm just
Great.
watching
So,
Aurora to
yeah.
make sure she's okay.
So you step forward. She doesn't seem to notice you at all because you're still very quiet and stealthy from the spell. She's just tending flowers. You can see her pulling off. The flowers look very unusual. Nothing you've ever seen before. You see things that probably was once like a lotus, but it's like pale blue. There are berries which you would have once known to be like juniper berries, but they are crystal, almost like white, translucent. They're very strange, very odd plants that look to be growing and thriving here in this ice cave.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up and say, those flowers are very beautiful.
You see like this kind of like startled motion and she kind of this like wooden face with like green leafy hair kind of pokes through. She's like, thank you. Sorry, I don't know if you're meant to be. You shouldn't be here. It's very dangerous. The wolves sometimes come around this way, and Fenris will know if they see you.
How often do they come past?
It's irregular. It depends. I think she just fed them, so it might not be for a while. But you really shouldn't stay. The mistress will not be happy about people in her domain. You really shouldn't be here. Oh, and she's like looking around, nervous and scared.
Don't be scared. It's
No,
okay.
I'm afraid for you. Like she'll be so mad. She'll be so very angry.
Well, you see, she's already aware of me.
Oh.
Not being here, but she's aware of me and my family.
I'm sorry. That's not normally a good thing.
No.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm Yana. I am, I suppose, Fenris's servant or assistant, I suppose.
What is it that she needs you for?
Oh, well, she used to use me when she was an archfey, you understand, back in the Feywild. She wasn't like she is now. She was, well, not nice, but nicer, I suppose. She would cultivate things that grew in winter and in the nighttime, flowers that bloomed and glowed. And she needed somebody to help her grow them, so I said I would help. I love plants and flowers, and I like seeing what you can create with them. And she took my tree, and when she was banished by the other archfey and the elves, she made me come with her, and they all thought that I'd served her sort of willingly, and I didn't really know about her plans to bring about an eternal winter and night, so they just assumed that I was evil as well. And because she has the tree here, I can't really go anywhere else, so here I am.
She plans to bring about an eternal winter and night.
Oh yes, that's what she always wants. Yes, that's who she is. She's the mistress of night and ice and darkness. But I've managed to make a few things, and she points to a few of the flowers. Like, oh, this will grow in snow, and this will grow at night. So it's not all bad, I suppose. We can still have some nice things if she succeeds.
Do you want to leave this place?
She you can see her eyes go wide, and there's a flicker of hope. Oh, that would be nice, but no, that's not really possible, I'm afraid. I'm all right. I've managed to make a few things here. I've got quite good at making things, so yes.
Oh, I can see that the flowers that you've managed to grow here are beautiful, but we would like you to be able to leave this place. And
oh, that's very nice of you. Oh, that's so lovely. But no, I mean, the only way I can leave is if the tree is taken. So it's not really likely.
The thing is, with Fenris knowing about my family and me and some of my... I have some companions with me.
Oh.
They're just here, so I don't want you to be startled, but...
No, it's all right. You're in Fenris's realm. I don't think I need to worry about too much.
No, well, we were travelling through because, you see, we're trying to stop Fenris.
Oh, that's good.
And I was just wondering if there's anything you can tell us about Fenris to maybe help.
Oh, I can certainly tell you about her, yes. You bring your friends forward and I can tell you a few things if you like.
Can you tell us any weaknesses?
Yes. Well, not really. She's an immortal archfey, so you can't kill her. She'll turn into... I've seen it a few... When the elves defeated her originally, her form reverts to a blizzard, effectively. She becomes ice and darkness itself. But it takes her time to reform, and during that time her power is waned. They actually captured her in a magical device, and that's how they banished her from the Feywild. And then they did a ritual to mean that she can't ever go back. So there's that. If you do manage to destroy her corporeal form, it'll take her a while to come back, and by then you might have gotten away, so she can't come after you. She does have a terrible penchant for giving curses or poisons to mortals, so don't accept anything that she gives you. That's generally a bad idea. Let's see. She has a lot of winter. She can call winter wolves to her aid. They're basically her servants, all of them. Don't go any near any winter wolves. They'll be under her command. I do have something though, and she kind of looks around and she's like, this. She holds up a white-looking kind of flower. This is called Winter's Wolfsbane. It's mainly used for creating poisons to kill winter wolves or werewolves, that sort of thing. So that could be quite useful. What else?
Would you mind if I take that?
Yes, I've only got a couple though, I'm afraid. But I could help distill it for you if you'd like.
That would be great. I wave everyone else forward to come and say hi as well.
If you step forward, she doesn't seem to. She kind of is a bit surprised and she looks around.
No, just really fucking shivering.
It's like, your friend's quite cold.
It's very cold here. We're all very cold.
Is it? Oh, that's terrible.
I've got like nose.
That's like
stalactites.
icicles, like, yeah. I might be able to make something, but I've never really done anything to help that sort of situation before. Would you like me to try?
You're beautiful.
Thank
Please.
you. She's like, okay, give me a moment. And she kind of trots into a little glade. You can see her pulling out flowers. And you can see now that as you get closer, by the base of the tree, she's got like a stone pestle and mortar. She's got a few things here and there. And it takes her, a little bit of time. Let me roll some D100s here.
200 days.
Okay. After a while, she comes over to Elora, and she can't leave like the perimeter of the grassy area, but she kind of leans. She's like, I can't really get any closer, but she holds out two of these kind of like white flowers and a small vial of a very strange orange and kind of dark green looking liquid, which she kind of holds out towards Cam. She's like, here you go, just drink this.
1 second. I turn around. This is still Fenris's servant, right?
Yeah.
This could be. I could.
No, it's fine.
I smell it.
I'm not under her command. She's not told me to kill you, so
Can I do
that's
a
all right.
perception check on her?
Insight, if you want to kind of read her body language and stuff. Yeah.
How certain are you of what you just made?
Not very. It's the first time I've made it.
Is that what I should be worried about?
Yes.
11.
11. I mean, it looks like she is a very strange creature that is kind of trapped here. She certainly shows no hostile body language. She just seems to be like, she's not being told to do anything to stop you, so she is being helpful. That's about
I'm
it.
gonna turn to Nalistri.
He like looks at you. He's like,
Are you knowledgeable with alchemy?
I can
Potions?
give.
Hold it out.
He like holds it up. It looks good.
Can I,
I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm sorry.
Can I use my dust loot to cure, protect from poison
Yes, you can.
on
Yeah.
Cam?
So you're going to cast protection from poison on Cam Buckland.
That's a nice tune. What
That was
does that,
lovely.
what does that do? Can I drink it now?
I have cast protect from poison on you.
Oh, great. I down it.
Oh shit, he's getting the book out.
I turn into Fenris.
Me getting the book out doesn't always mean something bad.
It means
Sometimes it means fun stuff.
Interesting.
random.
Fun stuff.
The
May you live in interesting times!
Now I know that there's a table in here called Potion Mix-Hap. Yep, that's the one I wanted.
If you got that reference, tweet me later.
Mixing potions. Oh. Oh.
Permadeath?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're no longer a blonde.
You're quite lucky, actually. That came very close to becoming a 60-10 force damage explosion based on you. You drink it, and it tastes. It's got like a sweet, nutty taste.
Nutty.
But nothing changes. You don't feel any warmer. You don't feel anything strange. It's almost as if you just drank a nice drink. And she's like, "Oh, that's a shame.
But
I thought it might help, but it looks like I've just neutralised the two ingredients together."
oh,
Was it
Well-
quite refreshing?
it's kind of nice.
Oh, good.
Nutty.
I'll remember that.
I don't know if that's a bad thing because you're kind of made of wood.
Hmm?
Huh? Do you want the bottle back?
Oh, yes, please. I don't have many of those. Just takes it back. Those leaves, you just need to grind them down and mix them ideally with fresh spring water and a couple of juniper berries. And it will create both a poison, but also it might have unintended effects on anybody who's been afflicted by a bite or a disease from a wolf as well. But there, that should help.
Unintended effects.
Yes.
Any examples of those effects?
No, I've never really been able to use it. Fenris doesn't know that I've cultivated it, really. It was just one of the few things that I could get to grow. A bit of a happy accident, really.
Are we in the hinder kind of category or the help kind of
Oh,
category?
it will most against winter wolves or Fenris herself, who is part wolf herself as well. It will be a poison, horrendously.
What about bitten people?
Bitten by wolves?
Yeah.
Oh, if they've contracted some sort of disease,
Hinder
it
as
may
well.
cure it.
Oh, so
Or
that's a help.
somewhat. It may do other effects, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I've never really tested it, so.
Okay.
But I know that the winter wolves here definitely don't like it. I sometimes use a scattering of the flowers to keep them away. I don't really like them. They're very evil and
How
mean.
much of it would hurt a single wolf?
One dose would be enough to perhaps coat a weapon or an arrow or some such, or several arrows. Excuse me.
Interesting.
And it would be quite painful,
Excellent.
lethal perhaps.
Is Fenris one of these wolfy?
She's part wolf.
She is.
It will
Her
hurt.
she is. How to think of this? Do you have gods? Do you follow a god?
Yes.
Almost like one of those, but not quite. She is ice and darkness personified, and that's what winter wolves are as well. They are the moon and the snow combined in one.
I need to update my CV if we get through this. Killed a god. Cool.
What, is there anything else that might hurt her?
She won't like fire, but unfortunately in this place, she can diminish it somewhat. Try to think of these caverns almost like an extension of her will. She'll be able to shape them around you, form them against you, that sort of thing.
So easy.
She is a fae. If you have anything that, like myself, if you have anything that will harm a fae creature or prevent them from, protect you from them, anything like that, that would be useful as well.
Would she have hurt your tree?
She didn't hurt it, but she made sure that she took it with her.
Would she?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. She's not very forgiving. Ideally, don't let her know that I've helped you. That would be very nice. If you all die, of course. If she tortures you, I understand if you give that up. But I think she might just punish me a little.
Is your little glade protected from
It's-
the ice and cold?
It's slightly, yes.
I'm going to step in.
There is a moment of she kind of goes, oh, not a lot of people do that, and you kind of step in, and there is a feeling of suddenly it is still cold, and the effects of your the exhaustion don't go away because that's kind of really hit you to your core. But there's a moment of respite where you breathe a kind of this is so much nicer and warmer than it is anywhere else. But it is only brief. It is that eventually you're going to have to leave it, and it's only a minor respite.
Group, considering she can, just crush us with the walls here, maybe she won't if we're in this? If we bring her here?
I
no.
think she will. I think she has complete power over.
Oh, she could
this.
destroy this place easily.
We need to leave
We need
this
to
area
leave.
and
We
get
need
to
to-
the spire.
Draw
How
her out.
do you know
Yeah.
She's at the spire
if we
now.
can get to the Winter Spire?
She's been talking
Insights.
about that. Yes, I think that she's opened a portal into it itself.
Do you know
It's
where that
behind her
is?
throne room.
Cool.
Where's that?
oh, and she points northway. You need to go past the, I think there's some sort of undead creatures. I don't really wander around too far. I don't try and leave my glade, but I've heard them, and sometimes one of their skeleton will walk past, but yes, past there, I believe. There's a few caverns.
And the wolfy patrols. Can you maybe point us in the direction where they won't be when they start patrolling again?
Oh, they
after
patrol
eating?
all of the caverns, but their den is just, and she points down this way. She kind of points down towards here, near where you came in. Their den is just right by there. They're probably asleep in there at the moment. If you could find a way to neutralise them, Fenris wouldn't be able to call them to your aid, call them to help her.
If we block them in or something. But then she can just open up all the walls.
Yes.
We need to kill them all.
But it would require her to concentrate to do that. She might not be able to do it if you're currently trying to fight her.
This is true.
I mean, obviously she will kill you eventually, but it would slow them down.
Very helpful.
Thank you.
Perhaps we could ask the captain to use his barrels to block the wolves in.
That's a good idea. I like that. It's so warm in here compared to out there.
Where are we going to find juniper berries?
They're pretty
Would
easy to
I-
find.
Would I have any?
In a
As a
I've got-
druid, you've
yeah.
probably got some in your pouch.
Okay.
Easily.
Yeah, I think I do. I have,
I'm
like,
sure it's a
couple of
component
cases.
for a spell as
And
well.
spring
It is.
water.
We can.
Do you want to make them in here so that your hands aren't shaking violently?
Would you mind if I
No,
step?
please, yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, I
Okay,
should have
I'll step
asked. Sorry. My manners.
That's all right.
We're just up against a god, that's all. It's
That's
just got me a
fine.
bit jittery.
No, it's fine.
Like the weather, yeah.
It's fine.
So
It's
what-
nice to have visitors, to be honest.
Yeah,
The wolves don't make good company, I'm afraid. Yours seems nice.
How? He sat on me earlier for warmth.
You should be careful, though. If he gets too close to Fenris, she might take control of him.
Huh?
That's good news.
Figures.
How did you hear
So
that?
that's good news.
Oh, because he's a winter wolf.
How?
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Are you aware of that?
No.
Maybe stay away from Fenris?
You wish me to leave?
No,
Not
no,
right
no.
now.
Just stay away from Fenris.
Very well.
And if you feel something affecting your mind, leave.
Okay. Very well.
And take all the other wolves with you.
I can try. If there are winter wolves here, there will be an alpha. He will lead them.
Attack that.
Very well.
Okay.
So it'll probably take you a few moments to create this kind of these two vials from the winter wolf's bane. Store them carefully in your pack.
Yes. Should
Okay.
do that. Okay. So we need to go back towards the pirates.
So you guys make your way back there. You guys make your way back. The skeletons are still.
Yeah, you would literally undo the wolf.
The skeletons are still carting barrels and crates to and fro. You can see Captain Bartholomew Black on the top shouting orders down at them, telling them to clean up, telling them to get the ship shape ready for their leaving. They're basically like, soon we'll be free. I want the ship in proper condition.
So, can I shout up to him?
Yep.
Say, if the winter wolves.
You should address me as Captain. Captain.
Sorry, Captain. Captain.
Aye.
The wolves.
Damn wolves. Always
Are you-
feeding on me boys.
Oh, yeah.
Are you able to fight them?
Aye.
Good. If they are to leave.
Now be ye changing the agreement.
No, I'm not changing the agreement. I'm saying that it would be of great assistance to us in our fight to Fenris if you can stop them from leaving this place.
Risky business fighting winter wolves, I say. I mean, that would pose a great threat to me and me lads. And what if ye fail killing this Fenris? What then? Who will I have to defend me? Tricky business, I say.
What if I was to offer you an arm to help the fight?
An arm?
And then I hold out Black Hammer.
'Tis a fine thing ye hold there, demon child.
So, Mark, can you be careful with your mic?
Oh, is it? On there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright. Okay, I'll try and be careful. What be that? Strange looking device you have. Be a weapon?
It's a boomstick? Boomstick? Is it a boomstick?
I've heard of such things in the realms. In Sigil.
It fires metal at incredibly fast rates.
I like the sound of that. I would accept that as payment. Am I being loud?
Yeah, there's something setting it off. I don't know what it is.
I can move it.
Let's put it on your middle bit.
Right there.
Like that.
Like that?
Yeah, that seems okay.
Okay. Aye. That seems a fair payment for me aid.
It would help you magnificently against the wolves as well.
Yes. Fine collection for me treasure. All right, give it to Salty Jim. And one of the skeletons like, bum, bum, bum,
Hand it over, and whatever ammunition I took as well.
bum, bum, bum. And then the skeleton just starts climbing up the side of the ship, kind of like tucked in between his like, skull jaws. Climbs up, hands it to Bartholomew, and he's like,
I wouldn't suggest using it just yet, as it is quite loud, or pointing it at your face. I don't think that's a good idea.
I fear nothing, Captain.
Okay,
elfin lass."
Captain.
And he like tucks it into his like belt, and he's just like, aye, a fine payment, very well. Me and the boys will keep the wolves busy while you deal with the witch.
Thank you. Much appreciated, Captain.
You know where the den is? I'm
Aye.
looking around in complete darkness.
I know where it is.
You may not even have to fight them.
Tell your cabin boy to be silent and that you should speak for him. 'Tis no
Cabin
way for
boy?
a captain.
Be silent.
Sorry, Captain.
Aye.
Speaking out of turn, Captain.
Discipline this one.
he-
10 flagons I'd give him.
But not
I
another
slap
10.
him in the face. I slap him in the face.
Ah, good. The demon child I see is your enforcer.
Yes, definitely.
Well done.
Please.
It like stings so bad from the slap from the
I'm
cold.
already
Got
really-
warm hands though.
Well,
At least it was a warm
still got
slap.
slapped.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for being nice to me.
Captain,
Aye.
if they were to be blocked into their den, then you may not even need to fight them.
Ah, alas, a good idea, but I've tried it before with me boys. They'll break through. These things are strong and vicious. They'll tear it down. But in exchange for your treasure, which is fair payment, me and the boys will keep 'em busy. Fear ye not. I have a few barrels, a few tricks up me sleeve just yet. I've got a barrel of oil I've been saving just for an occasion.
Perfect. Sounds great. Well, we should be on, because we have to
Very well.
kill a god.
Go to our inevitable death.
Yeah, basically.
Very well.
So, the place to the north was out this way.
It is. So let's move to this stuff. So you guys begin making your way north and move all the skeletons and stuff. And you can see that it splits up into various parts. Now, because Trelemar has got the mask, he can clearly see all around here, seeing the ones that lead in. It seems to be that most of the caverns actually lead to either a dead end or just more twisting corridors. However, this way, and as Trelemar leads the way, I will just reveal the whole goddamn map, because it's going to make it a lot easier. Leads into what appears to be almost like a frozen ruin. Fragments, a couple of standing walls, the odd bit of rubble here and there. Probably, you can see that the walls that were there were once excellent stonework, well crafted, but they've just crumbled and been frozen over now. In the center of where a throne room may have once stood is a enormous chair of black ice, and sitting on it is a woman.
Oh, shit.
She wears woven furs, tattered, almost like a very skimpy kind of bikini-like outfit. She has bones tying up her hair, and you can see that she holds a long, slender white staff covered with bones and ornaments. And she just seems to be just looking off into space, looking at her hands, lets out a sigh every now and again, rolls her eyes.
Does she look like Fenris? 'Cause obviously
She
we've
looks
seen-
exactly like Fenris, yes. She looks exactly like her. Clad in the white furs, young, beautiful, striking. Given how cold it is, the fact that she is nearly naked is just almost painful to look at. Like, you can't imagine that she would be warm, but obviously she is unaffected by it. I'd like everybody to just do a one last Constitution save, but you do have advantage because Juto is keeping you warm.
Warm.
Me too.
You don't have to do it. Yes, but you also have advantage.
19.
I'd say that actually, yeah, if you're just using fire on yourself.
Technically on fire.
But I'd say maybe spend a key point for all keeping this up so far.
19.
19?
20.
20, okay. Not a natural 20 though.
No.
Okay, so no more worse effects. You are still exhausted level 1, so you still have disadvantage on ability checks, like skill checks and stuff. Not attack rolls though.
Do I still have aid as an ability? Okay.
I did give you a printout of the new Lightborn, which you've clearly got rid of. Instead, you have Heroism, which you can cast at 5th level.
I have got that on there.
At 4th level, sorry. 3rd level. Yeah, so you see this woman kind of before you. You are currently all still hidden as well, as it has not quite yet been an hour. And she does not seem to have noticed you. You're currently, like, stepped back into this cavern and the light of Duracell. Have you still got that going, or are you going to keep that sheathed?
That's going to go.
Okay, so you're currently in darkness, so Trelmar is really the only one that can see. You can see that there's a few kind of beams of light, almost as if they're like something was open up in the ceiling, and it just illuminates this throne. You can basically just see almost like a spotlight on her.
Charles, you can only see her at the moment. There's no one else. Nothing else.
There's nothing else in the room. No wolves or anything.
Is there a portal?
It looks to be that the area behind this kind of broken over palace leads a little bit further in. There seems to be like a tunnel leading off, basically.
Oh, she's not going to leave.
Get her out of this place. We can't fight her in this realm.
Nice.
Just showing off my Volo's Guide to Monsters for no reason.
If we could create a diversion or something that can draw her away, we don't have to face her.
You
Well, then-
volunteering?
So it's back here that you say that there's...
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
cavern which leads off, basically.
Trell,
Mm.
how much did you look at the Dryad? I'm talking about something else now. Could you disguise her?
Disguise the dryad.
But wouldn't she question why
she
the
can't
dryad
move
is out
from
of
the tree.
She can move.
She can't
She
move
just
from the
doesn't
tree.
want to.
No, she
No,
can't.
she can't.
Someone's mic, I'm not sure whose it is. It might be yours, Katie.
What?
Keeps crackling.
I've got nothing here.
No, I'm trying to figure out who it is, but you started speaking and it crackled, so.
Hello?
Well, there's no head. We can't do
There's
anything
nothing.
about it. Yeah, there's nothing crossing it. Sorry, guys. Sorry about any crackles. Kim, sort your life out. I'm in the microphone. Man, that's a sad-looking face. Right. So yeah.
She can't move from.
She can't
that
move from
area.
the tree.
She can.
She can.
But
She
she
told us that she can.
She said she isn't willing to or doesn't like to, but she can.
I'm not going to clarify this. I actually
she-
like the fact that in character you're remembering different things. So
I remember that. But if
I'm
you
not going to.
2 against 1.
okay,
She wouldn't. I
fine.
don't think she would.
But I'm saying that could be enough of a what are you doing outside of your thing to
Or the captain.
the captain.
You could disguise as the captain.
Yeah. The captain's had enough and wants out of this plane, and he's going to go kill all the wolves
Or Granny
if you
Trout.
don't stop me.
Let's just get
How
one
is
thing
that gonna
straight.
help,
Yeah,
though? We
this
all
isn't
need
going to
to
help.
sneak
This isn't going to help
past.
me. If I turn myself into Captain Birdseye over there, I'm going to end up getting. Just vaporize
You
me.
just have to say the words and run.
Your
Somewhere
sacrifice will be
No.
Well, remember, I'll make a little statue
Oh, thanks.
for the greater good.
out of ice.
Ugh.
I've just got a kind of tiny little, like the tiniest smirk.
Either that or we face her head on.
Parley?
Or Nalistri and I can reveal ourselves and tell her to take us.
She
to
did
the
seem to
Winter
be
Spire.
very interested in us when she appeared before us on the thing. She mentioned about looking forward to us coming home. It might
We
be
could go
that-
to the spire.
Well, yeah. So then she's not going to want to hurt you two.
I agree.
And you only go if we are kept safe as well. And that
But-
way we all go.
No, I don't
Yeah,
No,
think
but
she
she
will
might
spare
take them
you.
home. As in, take them back to the Winter Spire.
There's also something that we need to keep in mind, and I'm not certain about this beast. Archfey aren't exactly a specialty of mine. It could be that if she takes us through the portal, she may seal it, leaving you here. There's also the possibility that she may come and fight us at the Winter Spire. It's a risk. If we can't find a way to seal her here or stop her chasing us, we may have to fight her later anyway. Or she might trap you behind if she takes just myself and Elora.
Seems like she's.
I don't know if that's possible. It's just, well, it's a possibility.
We're going to have to fight her sooner or later.
So we need to
Is there
block.
a way that we can sneak
but
past her, perhaps?
it would be better for us to fight her on the surface
Then here.
rather than in her own realm where she's
Could we not-
significantly
can we not
stronger.
Stealth around.
I don't think we can go around there.
She's aware of so much more than we
Yeah.
know. She probably knows we're here already.
Something, she did seem very arrogant, very sure of herself. Is there a way that we can use that, perhaps?
Essentially, you can manipulate her emotions, but she is a god after all.
She seems to be a very capricious one from what the Dryad said. She's very bitter about being exiled.
Maybe we could rally her to get her own back. But spare us at the same time? I don't know.
Yes, that's the tricky part, isn't it?
A bargain? What?
She did say, the Dryad mentioned something about her being, she likes making bargains with mortals.
Mainly to curse them or poison them.
Yes, but maybe it can buy us time.
If we have the cure, maybe Elora could offer herself. I'm not saying she should offer herself because she's so interested.
She's interested in me and Nilistri.
If you're willing to join her ranks, so to speak, join the darkness,
In exchange for your freedom.
for all of us entering the Winterspire.
Or we could make it seem like we've had we're desperate to survive, and we're just going to give them up to her and be like, look, we want to get out. Take
Yes.
take these two,
Possibly.
and then when we get through the other side, boom.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm a great actor too. You're okay.
Cheers.
What do you reckon?
I will go with the idea if you think that it will
So
work.
us three, we've captured.
I don't know if we should just... I think she'll be more willing to listen to us than you.
True. Maybe.
But I think she'd quite like that. She's a malevolent god. And if she sees
brought her
that-
exactly what she
Yeah,
wanted.
she's broken us down, and I'm sure something like that is going to please her. She'll be like, yes, I like that. I like the fact that
I'm in
I've
for
turned
that.
these friends against each other.
I like that. I like it too.
Equally, I can go invisible.
You don't even have to be here.
That would probably be
Just be
beneficial.
careful of your footprints. Careful of those. She's aware of everything. Don't
I
forget.
could, well, to help things, I could probably conjure a thick fog cloud to make it easier for you to get past. It wouldn't be too dissimilar to the type of icy mist we can see here. It will help hide Juto if she's
Yeah.
invisible.
But you can get into a better strategic position if things were to go bad. Or if you just need to dive through the portal.
Yes, it should just be up ahead. It should be fairly obvious when you see it from this side.
So what's the trail?
Shall we do it?
Nalistri is like, he takes his sword, hands it to Cam, holds his hands out.
Do you think this is a good idea?
I think it is the best we
I'm
have.
willing to try. And if things do go wrong, if she doesn't fall for it,
We run.
we
Leg it.
leg it.
Run for the portal.
Okay.
All right.
We'll have to face her sometime anyway.
Better that we face her out of her place of power.
Mm.
Can
And
I,
exploiting her.
Before we do anything else, can I dip the end of... How many arrows could I dip into the...
I'd say 20.
I'll
Or
dip...
you can coat it on one melee weapon, like a sword or something like that.
Distance is good.
But there's 2 vials, right?
There's 2 vials,
So I only want to use one of them.
yeah. Okay.
Could we coat some on the Guandao as well, or is that using...
You wouldn't be able to coat enough of it. You need the full vial to coat a It's basically you can have 1 melee weapon or 20 ammunition, like so 20 arrows, for example.
I'm going to put it on the arrows.
Or maybe I'd say like a small weapon, like a dagger, and 10 arrows.
I'll put it...
Wait, before you do that, we have to consider if we have to save anybody that's afflicted.
That's why I'm keeping 1 vial.
What if that one vial only fixes one person.
I can put it on 20 things.
But 20 arrows, but not one person. It may not work for 20 people.
I don't
No,
know.
we have
but
two vials, right?
Yeah, if we're using
Yeah.
one for the potential of having combat, we may not even run into it.
If we've got this vial, can we not find someone who can distill more from that? Like a Tellus vial or
Or go
somewhere?
back to the.
Yeah, someone.
Well, as Trelmar says that, you remember that soon the mute elf, who's a friend of Finney's, is an alchemist.
I always thought they were
creating
using
potions
weird
and-
flowers that only she's made for the dance.
It did seem to be only flowers that she made, but I'm saying there is a possibility that soon may be able to distill it. You don't know. It is merely the potential that is there.
either way, I need something against her.
Combat
So
with Fenris is a high probability, and this will greatly work
if
on
we
our
can't
favour.
take her out,
Okay. Let's do it.
I'm gonna put some on Nimbus.
Okay.
And 10 arrows. And 10 arrows.
Okay,
I
there
mean,
you go.
My daggers.
No pressure.
Okay.
Okay, so you currently have one vial left, and you've got Nimbus is coated in this kind of silvery, almost liquid, and your arrows, and as it touches the blade, it seems to suck the liquid up. And there's a faint hint of magic.
I will cast invisibility on myself.
Dosloot, ding, 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 invisible. Nilistri waves his hands, and a thick kind of fog cloud rolls out and begins filling all of the caverns pretty much around you. Just
She might be aware of that, so let's get into character, shall we?
Nilistri hands you his stuff. He's like, I'm no good without my. He hands you a bracelet that he wears. He's like, this is my arcane focus. I can't cast spells with this. So, to sell it, keep hold of that.
And I'm going to grab him by the back of his neck
Okay.
and push him to his knees.
Okay.
Sorry, I've always wanted to do that.
Yes. Well, don't enjoy it too much, Buckland, please.
Oh, wait. You take Laura.
I'll hand my weapons to Trell.
Okay.
Cheers. I'll twist your arm behind your back.
And you shove them forward.
Yes.
Make
At least
Laura
she's like-
the dominant one.
Okay.
Go first.
So you push them all forward. Can you move all of your minis in? Hal basically is like,
Sorry.
he's going to stay back for the time being and kind of
We should
block your
probably,
thing.
by the way, take a break
Oh yes, that's a good point.
before we start.
I need a and also this is a good point to take a break. So we're going to take potentially 10 to 15 minute break.
But
'cause I
there's
always-
fan art
But there's
this
fan
week.
art video.
Yeah.
So watch the fan art video. 5 to 15 minutes, because I know I say 5-minute break and it's always
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Well,
so
you got fan art though.
small break, fan art video, and we will be back to see how this all plays out.
Exciting.
coming back after the break. Hope you enjoyed the fan art video. Look, I just make stuff up.
Thank you
right?
for coming back.
Yeah, I am very grateful that people come back.
I'm even more grateful people that didn't leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as well. Thank you for watching the fan art video. Thank you to everybody who submitted fan art as well. It was really super cool.
Sorry if yours wasn't included, but we took a big old break,
Yeah.
and there was a big
There's
old
a
chunk.
lot of stuff.
So
I was kind of disappointed there wasn't any gender bent cam from the Christmas special. I would have
Yeah,
thought
I
that
know.
would have been all
Filtered
over that.
out. No,
Yeah.
on it.
just wasn't any.
Nobody,
No, there wasn't any.
No one
nobody
wanted to
shipped
picture that.
Missile and Juto either
No.
because it was the perfect name. Mistletoe.
Mistletoe, I know.
No,
It's
nobody
perfect,
did.
but no one got that.
Nobody
So,
got it.
welcome back. Let's crack on. You have all made your way through the caverns, a demi-plane belonging to Fenris, the Archfey of Ice and Darkness. You have discovered her where she is, and know that the portal to the Winter Spire lies behind her throne room. Convenient. Almost as if she put it there. And
Really?
you have decided upon a plan to have the three, so Cam and Trellamar, to present Elora and Nalistri as prisoners in some sort of bargain for their lives. And that is where we begin. You throw Nalistri on the ground in front of you, pushing Elora, one arm behind her back, stripped of their weapons, and you watch as Fenris just crosses her legs in front of you, kind of very casually leaning, almost reclining in her throne, and just eyes you, these kind of bright blue eyes staring down. Her white sort of hair, even though she's quite young, she's got this long white hair, kind of all tucked up with bones and ornaments. Well, this is a surprise.
Look, we're cold. This is stupid. Elora and Nalistri took us on this path, and we're sick of it. So have them.
Just like that? Just
No, of
have
course
them.
not. It's never that easy, is it? Try to tell them.
Whatever you want these two for has nothing to do with us. We just want to get out of here. It's freezing cold. This one's nearly dying of frostbite.
You are so weak, aren't you, little mortals? Of course you're a little cold. Well, at this point, Juto, I'm assuming you are invisibly trying to get past, or what are you doing? No. Yes, good. Yay! Juto lever puller. I love it.
I'm loitering at the back with Hal.
Loitering.
because
Howl, no,
I-
Howl is much further back.
I have
Howl
a feeling
is more there.
that Fenris, being a demigod, probably can see through invisibility.
Okay. So you're just you just assume that she can see
He's
through.
trying
Okay.
to poke her face so hard.
All right. So you're lingering back.
Okay.
I'd like you two to give me deception checks.
Can I bless myself? I forgot to interrupt.
No, why? That's a whopping 9.
9 and 12. Okay. Well, this is quite generous. And you merely just wish to live?
I mean, living's the best thing.
Oh, you're quite right,
the
yes.
most primal
Well,
thing.
I mean, you've brought me exactly what I want. So, you may leave. If you wish to return to the Winter Spire, although you won't find it particularly friendly to you at the moment, it's just behind me.
Where does it lead?
It
Directly.
leads to the Winter Spire.
Specifically.
Into the Spire itself.
Where? In the spa.
Into the pantry, actually.
That sounds alright.
Yes?
Is it locked?
No.
The pantry?
There'll be guards patrolling, of course.
We want.
They're waiting for some sort of attack, I suppose. Salandris thinks that either myself or perhaps those frost giants are coming for him.
I'm going to grab Nalistri's hair and get out Nimbus.
Actually, I'm going to give Nalistri a performance check as well. A deception check. Can you make me one as well, Laura, as you're currently silent?
No.
He's like,
Grab his hair and put Nimbus on his
He's like,
throat.
oh no! Please, my life! He just panics. There's a crack of a smile in her
Really?
face. Yeah, like a crack in her face. She's like,
Right.
I'm just glaring at her. I'm not performing. I genuinely
no,
fucking
yeah,
hate her.
no, it's more like pretending to be a prisoner rather than the act of hating her.
We demand.
Oh, demand now, is it?
Yes.
I thought this was a bargain plea, the plea for your
I
lives.
demand to add to the bargain.
I see. Well, please, let's hear your
Free passage
demand.
out of Winterspire. None of the guards.
Oh, I'm
or people
afraid that's beyond
I
my
pause.
control. Do what you wish.
Do the same with
If you wish to kill him, I've achieved what I want. Salandris is being a fool. I've given him my gift. He's already given it to other members of the Elven royalty. And so I've achieved everything I want. Elora is quite nice. As I understand it, Salandris is having some problems activating a relic of her spire. No doubt she'll be useful. But as for the half-breed, I don't care for him.
Then you surely don't care about any of us.
And the coin drops.
Then there's no point in us being here. We may as well just leave.
Yes,
The portal.
of course.
Right now.
Yep. Of course I do want Elora, as I said, so...
She's useless.
No. I mentioned she has a use. The rest of you I don't care for. Salandris can butcher you, Silval will feast on your corpses, I don't really care. Soon the world will be blanketed in ice and darkness. I will reign. Why should I care about 4 mortals? But, and she points at Elora, that one is still necessary. So you may leave her and go.
Can you warm me up?
No. I'm the Queen of Ice and Darkness, not warming humans up.
I thought you'd be more powerful, sorry.
How quaint. Trying to spark my ire, no doubt. Go. You've bored me already. I thought this would be more amusing. I'm surprised Elora didn't rush to the front gates, to be quite honest. I would have assumed that hearing, no doubt you have some spell or some such to spy on what is happening. To find out what's happened to her parents, I would have assumed she would have run straight away. I don't think that they've got very long. That's Mark laughing, not her. Like, Mark's enjoying the drama too much. So, like I said, off you go. You may live, you may pass. The fact that my wolves haven't killed you yet is moderately amusing.
Look at their paw sizes, they don't seem that strong.
Now I'm getting very bored of your talking. Please go. And Alistre's just like, he just stands up. Like, at this point, he's just like, can I have my stuff back?
Still hold his hair.
It's just like, just drop it. Can I have my things back? It's just like, oh, now this is a sad sight. I mean, they might let you back in, Alistri. All this business about uniting the elves, I'm sure Salandis will offer you some sort of respite. You might even have a family for a change. And you can see Alistri just like, like him and Elora just like, fuck this bitch.
Well, Trell, I guess we have nothing left but to leave.
Yeah.
Make sure you leave Elora.
Oh yeah. How could we forget? The bargain.
Yes, the bargain.
Very well.
The wind howls through the cabin momentarily.
And I start making my way this way, past.
Okay, just move your miniature. She's like kind of casts you a glance, and Alistri comes with you. Yeah, like the two of you just start making your way.
I look back and give a look to everybody.
At this point, I'm assuming Trell still has Elora's arm behind her back, still holding her things.
I put my hand stealthily to Nimbus.
Okay, give me a
look at these guys.
Sleight of hand check.
I'm invisible.
Yeah,
These
Juto
guys.
is invisible.
I'm just lurking.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You manage to get your hand on the blade, and I'd say at this point she's just not paying any attention to you. Yeah, you manage to she just turns back to the others and she kind of locks eyes with Elora, and in that split moment you basically like flash Nimbus and you're like...
I do a big can I kill her now?
And Listri is just trying desperately not to do anything because he knows he's so bad at stealth. He's just like... Oh my god, I don't know. Make a decision, Cam Buckland. At the moment, she's not looking at you, but it will only be a split moment. As you're kind of walking up past her, you're going to have to either stop and linger or just carry straight on. Are you going to throw it? Cool. Make a range. You have advantage as she is completely surprised.
Natural 20.
Okay, so
Holy shit.
roll damage as normal with the crit, so you double the weapon die.
Got poison as well as
Let me worry about that.
Rolling my d4.
Yep.
10 total?
With the crit damage, yeah? And with the modifier added.
Wait.
Yeah. So 10 total. Okay.
I mean, she put the oil on Nimbus, so.
Okay, now I need you to roll for me 8d8.
I mean, it's still a god, guys.
Keep a vial.
Shut your mouth.
We still have a vial.
13. 22. 28. 31.
31 points total. Okay. The magic, the poison, that basically consumes pretty much all of the poison with that one hit, basically. Like just impales on it. Melee weapon, like delivering it most. You throw Nimbus, like you go to walk past, you spin counterclockwise, and with a flash, Nimbus launches out of your hand. She has a brief moment where she turns and her eyes go wide as it lands, and then you turns back into mists, and you can just see this wound pouring black, inky darkness out of her neck.
I shout, everybody to the portal, now!
Initiative, please. Fucking a knife in the neck, she is very much aware.
Oh.
Cam Buckland, initiative, please.
Wait, oh yeah.
11.
Elora, initiative, please.
19.
Trelamar, initiative, please.
20.
Juto.
13.
30.
And I will roll for Nasal Tree.
And Howl?
Aruga.
No.
Okay. Trelamar Alith. You watch as her eyes just flare. Even though they're blue, there is such cold hatred from them. You've never seen anything like it as she looks at Cam Buckland with the fury of a god. And you can see that she is in incredible pain as she's just like clutching this. What would you like to do?
I will fucking peg it.
Okay, so you're just going to run past?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Can I
each square is
drag,
about 5 feet.
Elora?
Yeah, you can just I mean,
Yeah.
you've only got an arm behind her neck, so
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to just start running,
Go, run.
because Alora's next in the initiative anyway, so it makes sense. Unless you wanted to do anything else, or are you just going to run?
30 feet is
Fine
there.
with running.
Okay. I'm assuming a double movement, so take them off the thing, but you imagine that you're basically, at this point, you're running through a very narrow, ice-covered corridor. You can see ahead of you that there is a shimmering sort of light as it kind of funnels up, almost as if a cave entrance. That's what you two do. Nalistri will move 30 feet, so he basically gets to the edge, but then he will turn around and he kind of like, with a swirl of magic, he tries to create like a small wall between you and her. It's only 5 feet. There's a blue pen. Like almost like a pillar of ice. He like tries to construct, yeah, like a 5 foot sort of column, like just to try and shield you a little bit from her. That's what he does.
It is.
Juto, what would you like to do?
We're going for the portal, right, boys? Yeah, I guess I better start running for the portal.
Okay, you'll pretty much get to the same place that Elora and Trelamar are with your increased movement.
Except I would like to spend a key point
So you get a bit further.
on a step of the wind.
So you do another dash. It's a bonus action, yep.
Yeah, is that what that does?
Yep, that is indeed what that does. You are quite correct.
Cool.
Cool, so you actually get a bit ahead. You can now see Juto as you get a bit further ahead of these two. Juto just comes running past you guys like a goddamn blur. You can see that the cavern seems to lead up, and then there is like almost like a wall of ice, but it shimmers, and you can see that there is clearly some sort of magical disturbance. Outside of that portal, you can see a frozen corpse of a satyr, half goat man, basically. Looks like it's been there for a while. And as you begin making your way up, it's maybe about 20 foot in front of you, this kind of portal. And then you and Nalistri and are pretty much the only ones who can still see her. She just, and the walls in front of the portal block, and she just goes, oh, this will be fun. She moves around to the side of the column
Like that.
and holds out a hand, and a cone of ice cold covers Cam Buckland. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Cam.
Okay. 21.
It's like,
thought it was
that's an
an
18.
I need higher contrast dice.
Cone of cold. Okay. I don't think I have enough dice, but we'll make do. You take 40 points of cold damage, but half because you managed to leap out the barrier of the ice, just managing to give you enough cover. So you take 20 points of cold damage as this 60-foot cone just engulfs that entire corner. The wall that was slightly behind you, this crumbling wall, is just coated in a thick layer of frost. You just barely managed to leap out of the way and managed to duck behind some cover as this blast just engulfs you. And you can feel this cold just wash over you. That is her turn. So that was a move, a layer action, and then a spell.
Layer action.
Cam Buckland. So if you want to put the minis of the other guys just on the very edge of this room, so if you just put them still on the map, yeah, pretty much there, yeah.
I'm going to polymorph into a raven and fly somewhere completely out of range.
Okay. So this cavern, yeah, it's about, I'd say 50 foot sort of tall. Yeah, you can sort of fly over
Not to
her.
how.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like.
And hide behind.
Can I,
So
like,
that
get in a
is
nook?
like a thick wall of stalactites and stalagmites. You might just be able to get through there if
As
you
a little
squeeze
raven?
as a raven. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So you basically just transform and fly away.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what you want to do. As a bonus action to activate the cloak, move action to fly. You can't cast spells in raven form, so
I will come out of raven form behind the stalactites.
okay.
And then I can see through, right?
Just yeah, you can sort of like you have to move along it, but yeah, you can see.
I think it's a bonus action to conjure a spiritual weapon, right?
It is, but you've basically used 3 actions now. You transformed,
Oh,
you
no.
moved, and then you untransformed.
Oh, it's a bonus action anyway.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so you do that. Okay, Trelamar. The ice caverns just cave in front of you, blocking your path to the portal. You come into my home and stab me with a knife? I don't think you'll be getting out of here alive. If you're lucky, I'll leave the girl alone.
That's
always a plus.
nice. I guess just run back into the throne room.
Okay, so yeah, you pretty much get to, you can kind of come in about 2 squares from where you were.
Whereabouts?
Yeah.
There.
So just behind this kind of black iced throne.
Be on that side.
That's wherever you want to be.
Can I just hide behind there as
Just
some
like
sort of cover?
Yeah, yeah, you can. You kind of like, yep, you absolutely can use that as a bit of cover.
Oh, I don't know.
What would you like to do, Tramar?
Oh, fucking blaster! Come on, why not?
What would Trelamar do? Blast him.
Blast him.
One of those was an 18. The other
What?
one was a 4.
The 18 is definitely a hit. The 4 is
so
not.
that was 7, 8, 9, yeah, it would have been 11.
11. It's
No.
not enough.
Okay.
The blast, she kind of just almost just ducks ahead as this, and then the other one catches a full blast.
11.
11 points. You can see that the wound that Cam dealt, this black pouring wound, definitely is like, she's struggling with it as it obviously agonizes her. The blast catches her in the chest, tears through some of the fur clothing, and you can see it does leave a pretty grievous looking wound. And she kind of clutches that to her side, snarls, turns her eyes on you, and that's your turn. Elora.
Do you have a knife on you, don't you?
I have a dagger, yeah.
Can I walk past Trell, take the dagger out of his belt, and hold it to my own throat?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I'm doing this, but
Okay.
I say, you need me. If you kill or hurt any of my friends, then you won't get me.
It's just like, she like stares at you. I need nothing. I need nothing except you miserable elves to do what you're told. I'm going to kill your friends unless you put that knife down. Call my bluff. See if I won't let you die.
Fine, do it.
Okay.
I'm going to keep the knife up at my throat.
Okay.
I'm going to press it in a little bit.
Okay. All right. That's what you do. That's what you want to do this time? I just want to make sure before I move on to the next person. That's not a, I'm thinking of doing anything sneaky. That is just a, before I move on, have you done anything we want to do?
I'm going to say, touch one of them again and I'll do it.
Okay. And that's what you do. Juto. No, Nalistri. Nalistri at this point, fuck, what would he do? Okay. Nalistri looks at the two of you. He's just like, she's going to be immune to almost all of my spells. I'm going to see if I can try and tunnel a way through to the portal. That's the best I can do. And he darts off, and you can see him beginning to cast spells, trying to dispel whatever it is that's caused this collapse, trying to burrow his way through it, do whatever he can. Juto. You hear just a faint voice in that back of your mind, just like, yes.
Is he cold?
And you just, it's very faint, almost, yeah, like a whispered shadow, like, I am still here. She must die. I will feast on her power. Like the nightmare. The nightmare. You just hear this faint whisper.
I'm still invisible, aren't I?
You are invisible.
Can I go up to the throne so I'm still sort of partially in cover?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. They're kind of like clutching right next to Trelemar.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
What would you like to do?
Probably. I'd probably want to see if Elora's thing pans out, but.
Okay. Well, then that's, you can wait. You remember, you can ready actions as well.
Can
you
I
can say
ready an action that if Fenris goes to attack anyone, I cast Burning Hands.
Okay. Yep. And you're in the perfect prime range to catch her in it. Okay. So that's what you do. On Fenris's turn, she does that, and the snow and ice on the ground around Elora tries to reach up and grab like you're on. Basically, it's like try and paralyze you. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please. At this point, would you assume that she's you probably cast Burning Hands?
As soon as she's attacking, yeah.
10.
10. Your body just freezes up as this ice kind of encapsulates the bottom half of your body, and you can't pull the knife any closer. She just looks at you and she's like, stay there. You cast Burning Hands. I make a dexterity saving throw. Oops, I'm going to roll that again because it hit my hand. That is quite high. That is like 21 because I rolled 19. So I take half damage.
Hang on a minute. Dex saving throw, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll take half damage. It's 3d6, I think, unless you want to spend more key points.
3d6 5 damage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 halved is 6, so it's actually halved again because here fire is less effective. But yeah, you can see like this fire kind of, it does sputter and it's not as weak, but she kind of recoils from it, and you can see it singe her things. And then, so that was you moved, yeah, you casted that. She looks at Elora one last time and she's just like, stay there turns into mist and flies past through the wall of ice to where Cam Buckland is, basically.
Oh.
Dude, you've hurt her more than anybody has ever hurt her in her life, so she is not very happy.
Very damaged.
She basically, like, appears in front of you, just smiling, just holding up her hand.
Things won't work out between us.
Cam Buckland, you'll go. She's just, if you do you actually say that to her as Cam, she's just like, oh no, I think they will.
Nice retort, I think. Escape is impossible. Death is inevitable. It's probably consumed all the poison on the dagger.
Might be a bit left, you don't know. But yeah, it looks like most of the magic's gone.
I'm going to invoke a spiritual guardian in front of me.
Spiritual guardian! Do you want to put your dupe there for the time being? Or actually, no, I've got something here I can use. I've got like a figure.
That's cool.
Golden lady.
And it's got a really big sword.
Okay. Just a big armored dude.
Just a very generic one because I'm kind of
Panicking. You're like, yeah!
Generic NPC 1.
Okay.
And
That's your action.
that is my action as a bonus action. I'll summon a spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon, you're like, yeah! Okay, yep, that's what you do. You can make an attack with it this round, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 15 plus, what is it? Plus.
Spell attack bonus.
Oh shit.
It's like,
Plus 7.
it's your
Plus seven.
proficiency. Yeah, plus it's gonna, what's that? Hits.
That's,
Honestly, Trot, I expect better of you. I expect better preparation. I'm very disappointed.
Do you?
Yes. Plus wisdom modifier, and it's radiant damage, right? It's not
8
fire.
radiant damage.
8 radiant damage. That was actually that, not that. So, 63. This blaring light just cuts into her, and she's just like, ah! I am getting very annoyed. That's your go. The spiritual guardian is on her turn, right? If she is in this area.
Yeah, in the area.
Yeah. Okay. Trelamara Leith.
Can I try and break Alora out of the ice?
You can. Yep. So you start pulling off the ice. The ice actually comes off. You've got the whole person spell, I believe, right?
Yes.
So you kind of recognise that whilst the magic is like, it looks like it's ice that's formed over her,
Okay.
she's actually just cast a spell on Elora. You get the sense that she might not be as strong as you think. She can obviously change this realm, but she is still, bound to certain laws of magic.
Yeah.
She can't just do what she wants. And yeah, it's clearly a whole person spell on Elora, so... What would you like to do?
Try something else. I ain't moving.
Yeah.
You do get to make a saving throw at the end of each round.
Yeah.
So you get another saving throw at the end of your next turn.
So I could always disguise myself as you and
Yeah?
try and keep up the same act.
Yeah.
Run around.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, you've got this wall of like stalactites and stalagmites which is blocking your way. But yeah, if you could get around to her, you could probably do that.
Okay. Am I able to prise the knife from Alora's?
I'd say yeah, because it's the whole person spell. You can move like her hands and stuff, and then take
Yeah.
the blade out,
Okay.
leaving her hands like half open, like as you pull it away. But
I'll do that. Disguise myself as Alora
and then make
and
your way.
make my way around.
Okay, so you're gonna just start running. So yeah, move about 30 feet. Yeah, and Granamir flying with you as well, or Granamir will just hop up in the sky. So that's Trelamar's go. Elora, at the end of your turn, make another saving throw, please. It's actually Constitution, not Wisdom.
I did Constitution.
Yeah, no, that's the only difference.
22.
That is enough. Like at the end of your you manage to struggle. And, you release yourself from the magic, but it is at the end of your turn, unfortunately. But you are now free. You can hear Nalistri kind of working his magic. He's like, I think I can break through, but it's going to take some time. Kind of calling from the cavern. Juto, Miss Juto. So you've watched her kind of just turn into like this snowy blizzard mist and through, and you can hear the sounds of like Cam summoning his guardian and things. You can see glimpses of like golden light spilling between these stalagmites and stalactites. You can kind of see almost like silhouettes behind it as well.
Very nice.
It looks pretty cool.
Do you think I could like get through the little gaps in the?
It would be very difficult for a human-sized creature, like a medium creature. The only reason that Trot could do it as a raven is because he's very small. What you could probably try and do is maybe climb on, like, up in the air. There's gaps higher up where the stalactites thin out. You might be able to, like, climb up and over from that angle.
And what is it Elistri is using to get through the?
He's using, like, dispel magic spells and things like that, and trying to use, like, things like that to try and make his way through.
Okay.
You can also hear the sound of something digging.
I'm gonna say, Laura, give me some of your arrows. And then I'm going to cast fly using the dust loot.
Okay.
And try and fly to where Buckland is.
Okay. So you take a couple of Elora's arrows, you fly up in the air, and you can pretty much, because you've got 60 foot of movement with the fly. So you're basically hovering. There is a gap that you probably can squeeze through now that you can fly.
Get closer to Cam than you just let you.
Yep. So you kind of fly up and you're like, you manage to think you can squeeze through, and you've got a couple of these arrows in your hand as well.
Am I within range of her?
Yeah, probably. What kind of range?
Guando.
No, you wouldn't be able to get all the way through to it. You'd have to squeeze movement through.
So I have shurikens. Can I like apply that throwing skill to the arrows?
You can, but I'll give you disadvantage because that's not the way arrows work. You can basically try and, like, using monk-like reflexes, throw an arrow, snap the arrowhead off and almost try and fling it like a dart. But it would be disadvantage.
No, I don't think that's going to be.
Stabbed, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be better if I stab it in just like...
You will still have a penalty to try and stab with an arrow, but it won't be as bad as disadvantage. I'll probably do it as like a -2.
Legolas does it in the harbour.
Oh, Legolas is a pretty cool elf. I don't think you're that cool. I don't think you're as cool as Legolas.
Whoa!
Them's fighting words,
No,
mate.
it's not as bad as disadvantage, but you'll still have a penalty because it's not meant to be used that way.
I don't think that there's anything else I
you can
can
do.
do right now, unless she moves within right.
She does not move.
If Cam falls and is knocked unconscious, I will shove a regular healing potion in his face.
Okay, you're currently like above him, like you're like about 50 feet above him, so you'd have to fly down and give it to him. But yeah, something like that. On your turn, what's the radius of the
15 feet.
15? So she takes it automatically. What's that? 20 points.
She needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. I got an 18. I'm assuming that's.
Your face.
So I think I take 10.
Take half.
And it goes away from after 60 points, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she like is
I don't know if
blinded.
that counts as 10 or 20.
No, it counts as 10 because it specifically says once it takes 60 points of damage, which is quite good. It means it lasts longer if it fails. But yeah, she kind of gets like the figure strikes her with this golden sword. It kind of burns into her flesh, and you can see it's definitely chipping away at like her form. You can see it beginning to trail off into like blizzard-like snow motes. But she is just like nope. And another cone of cold. Another dexterity save, please.
17 plus.
Well, that's
20.
half damage.
Doesn't really matter.
Don't think it's gonna matter.
23. 34. And that is 42. 45. Halved is 22. So you go to 0. You feel the Lightborn effect starting to kick in, but you watch, Juto, you are about to fly down and administer this potion as you can see Cam Buckland, but instead of falling, his body is just turned to a frozen statue, like it is a solid statue of Cam Buckland. Your hair glows, but then is frozen, flash frozen. You are frozen until you are thawed.
Carbonite.
Like,
Hand soloed.
you are still at 0 and still will be making death saving throws, though, I'm afraid. And it is, in fact, your go. So that's death saving throw 1, please.
Numero uno. Succeed.
Succeed. Okay, so you don't get any worse. Trelamar.
As I'm running
Yep.
that way, can
Yep.
I blast through this?
You can try. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just to
come
speed
together.
up the
Yep.
process?
So you run over, and then 2 laser beams fly out. And add to it.
That's a really nice 3. That's a 10.
Yep.
And that's a 17.
The 17 almost would have hit her. Like, as you're firing it out, the blast is true, but the icicles just get in the way, and if those hadn't been there, you
Oh no, I
probably
just
would have
meant to blast the
Oh, the
thing
wall
down.
itself.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, you smash through. Like, you can
okay.
pretty much like erase like a line, basically, like a big enough gap that you can probably crawl yourself through and pull yourself through. Yeah, these things are made of ice, and they just like shatter.
That's 30 feet movement there. So.
Yeah, so you move your. So that's pretty much your move and your action on that one. Elora, you'll go.
I wouldn't know anything that's going on.
You've heard like, but you don't know what's happening.
I'm dying.
What's the? Is it the Han Solo in Frozen in Carbonite? Like,
I imagine it's like me, kind of like leaning backwards, getting.
like trying to
blasted by a
dodge,
cone
like.
of gold. Like 1 foot just is on the floor.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the air.
You hear a distinct lack of Cam Buckland.
That is true. You do hear a sudden.
I assume my spiritual guardian and spiritual weapon go away.
Sadly, unless check what they say. If they're not concentration, then no, they don't. But I don't know. Also, technically, if they are concentration, then your spiritual weapon would have cancelled.
Conjuration. Doesn't say concentration.
Doesn't
oh, wait,
have
no,
the C?
There is a C.
On which both of them.
Spiritual guardian and spiritual weapon.
Right. So in the future, if you cast spiritual weapon, it gets rid of the spiritual guardian. Don't forget, you can't maintain 2 concentration
go.
spells. But we learn. We live and learn. Elora, what would you like to do?
Can you see through the wall? Did you say?
Yeah, yeah. Like it's
See through
it's
it.
kind of hard. Like you see silhouettes and stuff like that. So you've definitely seen something, but it's the details are hazy. It's like trying to look through frosted glass. It's definitely what? Frosted. It's ice. It's like looking through frosted glass.
Moonbeam is a spot within range.
Yep.
If she's in 120 feet of me.
She absolutely is. Yeah.
Uh,
Call down the moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
4th level.
Okay. This radiant energy, and she's just like, ah, like looking up at this radiant energy focused down on her. You've still got movement as well. Do you want to move closer? Trot, you're now map boy now that you're dead. Can you move Elora if she's going to move?
5, 10.
Or do
What
you
I
want
was gonna do was bonus action polar bear and try and run at the wall that Nalistri's trying to.
Okay, to try and knock through.
Trying
As you
to
begin
crawl.
running that way, you can see that Nalistri has summoned what appears to be like an ice
that
elemental
way.
who is digging through, like literally, like.
I'm digging. Dig.
You can also see him like trying to dispel whatever it is that is maintaining this thing. But you can see it's weakening, and you can see like a small sliver where you can see the shimmering portal ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna help.
Yeah, draw that moonbeam. Thanks, brah. Moonbeam.com.
Yeah.
Uh,
in your heads.
Yeah, thanks.
Nalistri's going to keep doing that. That continues to break around. Juto, you are the only witness so far. Trelamar's just about can now see this flash-frozen Cam Buckland like.
I'm going to shout, Cam is down, we need a healer. As loud as possible.
Cam is down, we need a medic!
Medic! And I'm going to cast Burning Hands on the frozen form of Cam Buckland.
Okay, yep. So, key point. Spendo.
Yep. Spendo.
It just says until thawed. I think that a Burning Hands would thaw him. That seems reasonable.
I'm really channeling all my kind of...
Yeah.
Hands of burning.
Yeah.
A creature killed by the spell
Actually,
becomes a
technically she
frozen
breathes
section
it
until it
from her
thaws.
mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd say. So you inhale deeply and this flame washes over and you can see this kind of form. He crumples down to the ground. Because it's not the same turn, your Lightborn effect does not kick off because it's only when just the immediate effect is dropping to 0. So yeah, but you watch as his form just... boom.
Can I regular healing potion his face?
So you fly down, blub, 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 blub. Regular healing potion, you said.
Yes, I have a regular healing potion.
Okay, you regain Cam Buckland a whopping 6 HP.
Whoa. Don't give me too much, Mark. 6. Thank you, Juto.
Get up, Cam Buckland!
I'll try.
Okay, so that's pretty much that's all of your stuff that you can do. Fenris's go.
We're dead.
She's
I'm cold.
she's
Oh,
gonna take
yes.
damage.
I'm wet as well.
Do I have to make a save, or is it just
Yeah.
takes deck save, right?
Actually, hang on.
Well, I rolled a natural 1, so
Well,
and it's a fourth level moonbeam.
That
So
means
this
it does
is
4 times damage, right?
no.
Nice try.
I'm a nice DM, Trot, but I don't break the rules, please.
17 damage.
17.
Radiant damage.
Okay, give me a second. I just want to find something for a minute.
Like really, really.
17 radiant, you said, yeah?
Yes.
Ooh, hang on.
It's like it's radiant.
Hang on.
So radiant, Mark.
Yeah, it's like light and good. It's
Just
like,
the moon.
it's the
What?
antithesis.
What?
This moonbeam just consumes her, and you can watch as her form begins breaking, turning into snow and ice and wind. And eventually she's like, no! The wind seems to howl around the cavern. The ice wall that had collapsed in now crumbles, and you can see the passageway clearly leading to the portal. But there is a voice that you hear. Do not think this means you have defeated me. When I reform, I will exact a revenge on you so cold and deadly you wish you had died here.
Fab.
Cam Buckland, give me a death saving throw. Oh no, you're up. You're up. You're up.
Did you say
I forgot. I forgot.
I'm interested.
Hey,
been
we
fine.
succeeded.
So,
God damn.
Let's get out of
Moonbeam,
here.
yeah.
I'm wet.
Moonbeam.
that was exactly how much HP she had left. So,
A
GG.
physical form at least.
Yeah, her physical
Yeah.
form. You can't really kill her, but this form of hers. Right.
Should put more effort into this.
So,
thing.
you guys, I'm assuming at this point, make your way through the hole that Trella's blasted.
No.
And you guys make your way. Are you stopping to do anything, or are you just running straight to the portal?
How? Heal.
How long do we have?
Hold on.
Yeah, don't take her. We
Leave
don't want
her.
to take her.
Nalistri looks at you. He's like, he said that something was happening to
Yeah,
your
we
family.
need to
Now
go.
we need to go.
How?
No.
Does Demi play in
he's-
scene?
Howl is just like sat down. He's just like, I will tell Sverrir that you have gone to the keep, that you have found your way.
Thank you. Howl.
Thank you for your help.
Very noble.
I did not.
I am a polar
did
bear. I
nothing.
cannot speak.
Shake a paw. Shake a paw. Good
I am
boy.
a good boy.
Can you go tell the Dryad and the pirates that we've evaporated her form?
Yes.
Maybe they
pants
can
off.
leave while she's in that form.
I'm a polar bear, so I'm just gonna do the sit on my hind legs and wave thing that bear.
And then he does the same and then he runs off. Yeah, he runs off to the pirates, lets them know. You guys make your way down and cross through. Like I said, you see this body of this kind of frozen satyr, this half-man, still wearing a kitchen apron.
Grapes.
And you can see, Palto, who was kind of the chef, really, at the Winter Spire. As you look past, Trelamar, you've been around a few corpses in your time. He's been dead a while. He's definitely been dead at least a few weeks, long before you actually met him. But you that's a passing moment, a thought, as you pass through this kind of shimmering wall, and you suddenly find yourself in a cold, but not bitterly cold, stone pantry with a door open. Inside the Winter Spire.
Well, shit. We haven't got long.
You are still very injured as well at this point. 6 HP is not a lot of your health, so...
I'm going to...
I'm gonna un the polar bear.
On polar bear.
I guess I'll heal myself. Normal potion.
Okay, let me roll it. Normal potion, yeah, standard. Mark it off.
Standard.
Mark off these potions, you potion cheaters.
Got 1 left.
5, 7 HP.
Whoa.
Hey, that was pretty good for a 2d4 plus 2.
Whoa, I said.
Don't
What
you
you
be
getting?
sarcastic, whoa. So, suck down a normal healing potion. Anything else? Anybody doing anything else?
What are you on?
13.
Fuck. I really don't have much left, but I'll have to cure Cam.
I can do it. It's fine.
It's the
Healing word.
Do you not have cure wounds?
I'll do
I do.
cure wounds. I'll do cure wounds.
Okay. Are you casting healing word, Cam?
I'll do that as well, yeah.
Okay.
Cure wounds is.
D8 plus wisdom modifier, and it's an
Yeah.
increase in D8 for every
I
spell
don't
you
have.
cast.
11 points. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I don't
Thank
have many
you.
spell slots left.
Thank
I've got
you.
First level.
Are you
Okay.
mocking me?
No? Thank you.
Now another 11 for me. I'm slowly.
Only wisdom modifier.
Plus
you don't-
7. 4
Why is it plus 7?
Your
You don't
wisdom
get-
modifier is
just
It's just
4.
wisdom modifier. You don't get proficiency
No,
bonus.
you're dumb.
You keep doing this. I keep wondering, like, your healing words are amazing.
Thank you.
No, no. Yeah.
32.
I rolled good.
Okay, so you're
That's
up.
all right.
So, you guys make your way into the Red Spire.
That's it's a cantrip, right? No, it's not.
The Spire
No, it's not.
is icy cold. No longer protected by whatever magic it had before, the frozen north has fully taken hold. It is as cold here as it was outside before you entered the icy caverns. Pulses of power pass through your body every few moments, seemingly emanating from somewhere above you. It doesn't rattle objects or cause any sounds, but you feel it within your chest. Great waves of power being released, then stillness, and then waves of pulses once more. You hear wails and cries, pleads for mercy from terrified elves, and then of crashing metal or barked orders from a guard. But the spire is mostly still and quiet. There are no patrols, you don't see guards, outside rooms. It seems to be coming from deeper, maybe from the main foyer. But the pathway leading towards the portal, which leads to the upper floors, is clear and open.
But I know where my parents were staying.
The only thing you remember heard is that they were in their suites, in their rooms, basically.
They're upstairs.
Yes, and at least he looks at you. He's like, I should still be able to activate the portal leading to the top spires. So, where do you want to go?
I need to check on my parents.
Very well, let's go.
Do it.
Okay, you guys make your way through, and Linkstry leads you to the portal room. He summons it, and you step through towards one of the upper floors where the guest quarters remain. You find them empty. There is clearly a sign of a struggle, kicked over tables, pulled off bed sheets. You can see your father's weapons are on the floor. He didn't seem to have time to grab them in whatever's happened. Your mother's staff also rests by the bedside. There's clearly been some sort of altercation. You quickly check Shalana and Pela's quarters and find a similar scene there, although it does look like Commander Pela may have got her weapons and armor at least. But you find similar signs. You guys can all give me perception checks, please. Shalamar, you still got your master, you have advantage.
16.
You are not doing well today.
Shit. Oh,
There we
that's a
go.
bit better.
What'd you get?
16.
16?
14.
15.
Where's perception? 19.
19. So, Elora and Shalamar, the two of you manage to... You notice that there are clearly signs, marks on the wall, bloodied marks, sadly, along the wall where it seems to be leading down back towards the corridor where the portal is. You see that there are signs of things being kicked over, definitely a struggle, but then it seems that it reaches a point where the struggle just stops. Things are no longer knocked over. There seems to be no more sign of fighting. You kind of make your way back to the portal, and Alistri looks at you, he's just like, the only thing I can think of that would be above here is the throne room, Salandris's and Malisendel's quarters. That's all that's really above here. To reach, I can take you to the quarters or to the throne room. I don't know where to go.
I went through some portal.
I mean, the throne room perhaps, if Salandris is doing something, perhaps
gotta
he
be
would have
there.
done it there.
Has to be. But we also have to prepare
They'll
ourselves.
definitely be in the throne room. Why would they do it anywhere else? It's a statement. It's the throne room.
True.
Yes.
They must know. They don't know we're coming.
No, I don't think they do. We at least have that element of surprise.
Let's scout ahead. If we can. Granomir.
Very well. Like, well, there's an antechamber before the throne room. We can always
Let's
do
go.
something.
Let's hole up there.
All right.
And then send.
I'll summon the portal. He waves his hand. The magic comes to life. You step through. You actually make your way into a small antechamber. It has a kind of split-off rooms, but Nalistri points out that they're really just they're steward quarters and servant quarters, really. Instead, there is a large pair of double doors. The white walls of the Frostspire. At first, they seemed quite beautiful, and now they seem hauntingly cold and looming. The icy doors of thick ice just kind of stand before you, and Nalistri kind of whispers in a low voice, "The throne room is just beyond there. We should be prepared for anything. If you want to make any preparations, now would be the time."
Trell, can you see through that wall?
I can. I always use a charge.
Use a charge on the mask. The mask comes to life. You watch as the gemstones change to a dark purple colour, and your vision seems to almost become like a wireframe of the world, and then you bring the room beyond into focus. You don't see Lord Salandris or his wife Malisendel or Elora's parents. Instead, you see a feminine, half-wolf, half-elf figure lounging in her father's throne. Silval lounges, twirling a dagger between her fingers, flanked on either side by two normal-looking elven guards. She seems quite bored. She kind of plays around a little bit. She seems to be like, flinging the occasional dart at, a painting on the wall. The painting seems to be Nalistri, or like a family portrait, and she's hitting, this awkward figure off to the side, and she's just throwing these darts at it. Occasionally she might walk up, pick them up, go back to the throne, sit there, throw them again.
It's just Silval and two guards. She seems just pretty bored, just doing nothing.
She might know where they've gone, but I don't know where they've gone if they're not here.
She could also be powerful. It's not something that we can just pin down and question.
No.
She won't let us question. She won't tell us where they are. She knows that that's what we want. She won't give it to us.
We could try my father's quarters. We might at least find a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could read
This
her mind.
isn't worth engaging with.
Child could read her mind as well.
You could.
Yeah.
How?
He needs to be
She would
closer,
know.
I believe. Within 30 feet. My knowledge of spells is quite impressive.
We should check the chambers first.
Let's check the chambers first. All right. You make your way back. He summons the portal again. You pass through. This time you emerge, and actually Trilamar and Cam, you'd actually visited here before because Silval did take you up to show her quarters and pointed out her father's one. As you make your way into this kind of large semicircular room, you can see 3 doors. The one directly in front of you, Lord Solandris' chamber, has 2 guards in front of it. They kind of lower their weapons as soon as they see you arrive, and they're like, halt! But then you hear something slam against the door behind them. They kind of turn around, and then something smashes through. The doors splinter, cracking down, falling on top of the 2 guards, crushing them immediately. And 2 figures stand in their place. 2 huge bipedal wolves, wearing tattered and ripped clothing, stand hunched in the doorway. One is broad and muscular and clutches a bejeweled, ornate sword. The other is slender and has claws bared. The slender, feminine-looking wolf wears a tattered dress of orange and red, streaked with gold, most of it torn off. The other wolf wears a tunic of pale blue and silver, half-torn cape thrown across his shoulder, and the emblem of the moon spire on his tattered shirt. And you recognize it is Alphadon and Shalana. And that's where we're going to end.
What? Shit.
Because that's too good a place to stop. So, yeah, there we go.
Fuck.
Fuck you, Mark. Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
You're not. You're so
I am.
not.
I'm sort of sorry, but I also love the drama, so I'm not
It's
sorry.
A beautiful story, Mark. Well done.
It actually just worked out timing-wise with what you guys chose to do and certain things happening at certain times. Like, it's just pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Do we have an iPad with donations?
We do.
Thanks, man. So the other thing I was going to mention, by the way, guys, we've just updated Jaffamod as well. Just to let you guys now know, I know before it used to be that 100% of the donations from HighRollers went to Yogscast. That's not the case anymore. We actually are splitting that out amongst us and Yogscast like any other streamer. So, we super appreciate your donations as always, but now it will actually come a little bit to
And
us
they
as
have
well.
been doing that.
And
for
they've
us.
been doing it for a few weeks now, but I think Jaffamon might have been saying something else. I didn't actually know it was even saying anything about
Yeah.
that, so we were really surprised.
So your
yeah.
donations are going directly to us as well.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make that clear, because in case anybody was wondering, so there you go. Just make that
It
clear.
all helps. Thank you.
Kim, you can't eat Twiglets, Kim.
No, they're
Wait
really loud.
like 20 minutes.
The loudest of all snacks.
They are the loudest of all snacks.
We can find louder.
No.
So yeah, but yeah, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. We will be back next week to pretty much, I think, finish off the Winter Spire events.
I might have to just check it on that screen. On that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, if it's on that screen.
I can't remember the website, the proper one.
If you can put it on the main screen, maybe put it on like the half with like me, that would be great, because I can't really see the other half from my position.
Oh yeah.
Pass my mini, please.
No, you need to put it on the
Put it over
right
Mark-
hand side,
over Mark's face.
so that Mark can see it past
That's
the
perfect.
camera.
Yeah,
Cool.
that is perfecto.
I'm gonna pop to the loop.
Yes.
Come back.
All right, no worries, man.
He's never coming back.
Can you pass my mini, please?
Is that okay? Can you get past?
I can.
Pass Juto's mini.
Thank you.
Can I have my? You
Turn
can
me
click
down,
that
Steve.
little tiny 2 square button. click that tiny 2-squared button to make it its own pop-out above the donations.
On recent events on the bar.
Recent events to the left, down and left, down.
Yeah.
That little button makes it.
TY.
And yeah, we'll have to start bottoms up.
Bottoms up. I don't know if these go all the way back though, do they?
Yeah, that's the only thing. Streamlabs only goes back a little
That's
bit.
why
but-
this one, the one he was on.
You can just, if you just
Well,
close
you
it, it should
just
pop
close
back
it.
in.
And refresh the page, yeah. Not ask people.
Yeah. Does it go all the way back on Streamlabs?
No.
If you stay on the web page, it does. As soon as you click off it, it kicks it back to the last hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, shit. So we just lost those.
Oh.
Is there no way at all of getting in?
Well, I don't know what the link is. That's the problem.
I'm
Like,
finding out. So in the meantime,
let's just read these. We grab these. So this is from an hour ago. We will try and read to the other ones, guys. Don't worry. Bam goes TNT. I feel sympathy towards Fenris. She has stolen my heart, my cold, icy, dead black heart. It's missing. I checked. I don't have a heart anymore. I should get that checked. Thanks for rolling for us. Happy face. I don't think that's
No,
nobody
that's
should
not-
like Fenris. No.
I have
She's
issues
bad.
with that.
She's bad.
I have
That was
issues.
Bam goes TNT.
Thank
I
you.
like anyone who sasses Cam Buckland.
Turns him into a camsicle.
Camsicle. Techie Reed has donated, thank you very much. Hey, HighRollers, best stream on 2017 yet. Keep up the hard work as always. Kim, have a fun year. Thank you very much.
Fun year.
Oh, fun year full of high rollering.
Unemployed bum.
Well, no, it's in my contract that I do this. So.
Oh, okay. This is your job now.
Yeah.
I play D&D for a living?
Although I don't get paid for
No.
donations.
So Dan donated, amazing stream so far and amazing fan art. Quick question, how will the party react if they see Loban again?
Oh, good old Loban, who ran
Traitor!
off with a broken sky. Lol.
Yeah,
Or did he?
they
You
might
don't
have-
know.
We don't know, because we've not met him.
Nope.
So
You don't know. All you know is that he helped Thingy escape, Victoria escape,
If he does turn out to be a traitor, I'm just going to kick him in the kneecaps.
in the balls.
kick
Nice.
him in the balls. Yep.
Cammy,
What are we on?
we are on Amber Wolf.
Amber Wolf.
So excited to finally catch the stream live. You guys have inspired me and my friends to start a stream in 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much for the amazing stream. Thanks.
Our
Amber
pleasure.
Wolf.
Jay Shea donated, first donation of the year, and it's to my favourite streaming group of 2016, and so far, my favourite of 2017 as well. Thank you very much, Jay Shea. Scarix.
Garrix, thank you for the donation. Happy New Year, guys. Just popping in to leave a quick donation. We'll have to catch the VOD later. Stay awesome. Matt, oh, he's not here. I've got an old Doctor Who Sonic Spork out of a loot crate that I've never used. Let me know if you want it, and I'll mail it to Yogs P.O. Box.
Remember to tell Matt that he can have a Sonic Spork.
Sonic Sport.
Doctor Who Sonic Spork.
Doctor Who Sonic Spork.
We will tell him when he returns.
Returns from peeing.
Sky Silverwing donated, can Juto control the type of poison that comes from her weapon, like matching the type of poison that is effective against werewolves? I'm sure it won't affect the present much. She might even want to replicate the poison that poisoned Korak.
No.
Jingle Jam.
Sadly not.
Straight up.
It is a straight up, just generic poison damage.
Bubbly poison.
That is a very specific poison that was made that you can only make through alchemical means.
So no.
You just have generic bad poison.
Bad, yeah.
Feel bad.
Poison.
Trot is getting the thing in place, so I'm going to just read this one from Ace of Thorns. Thank you very much. Happy New Year, you wonderful people. Yup, that was a year that went in real quick, but in such incredible company. Hugs. Thank you very much.
Bam goes 2 and 2 has donated again. Steve, here's our man. If he can't do it, Sam probably can. But, you know, I prefer Steve. Go Steve. Go Steve.
Go, Steve.
Gothic Kitty 1313. Oh God, no! Why would you stop it there whilst the Moonlight Sonata plays too?
Steve had
Glad
that specially
this-
prepped.
Glad this is back.
that
Can't
one,
wait
Steve.
for next week. The Christmas special was also amazing. Love to you all. Also, Kim just added some stuff to the parcel. Look
Oh,
forward to
bless
it.
you.
Also, Metamanu donated, and Chance8687 also donated. Thank you very much.
We're just
These
waiting.
guys are just going to try and get the donations thing sorted, so we're not
I
going
think
to
we've
read.
lost Matt.
I think he's got lost in the toilets.
He's lost.
Or to be honest, we've probably run out of toilet paper in them, and he's
Yeah.
in,
He's stuck.
an
There's,
emergent
He's literally
situation.
stuck. He's completely
We'll
stuck
try,
in the bathroom.
Oh, do you hate me, Katie?
Yeah, a little
Don't
bit.
hate me.
Well, I kind of knew it was going to come. So
You knew that bad stuff was coming.
As soon as you said it, I was just like, yeah, it's gonna have happened to
And then
my
we had
parents,
2
obviously.
weeks, and then we had 2 weeks off of like
That was
with
nice
Christmas
2
special.
weeks. I like those 2 weeks.
Yeah, and
My
now
life was good in those 2 weeks,
and
and now it's not.
now Laura's life is not good. You've got 1 vial left. When he was talking about that, I was just like, poker face, Mark, poker face.
I thought I'd need the
I
weapons.
know. No, you made the right decision in the situation, but it was
I
just.
thought if I did it on
was-
arrows and on
Yeah, no.
that, then I
And
get
thing
2
is as
people
well,
with a weapon.
I mean, you dealt half her HP with 1 hit. Like, that fucking poison was immense.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
But, yeah, it's just when he was saying, like, well, we might need both to later on, I was just like, I'm not going to say anything.
There's alchemists in the world.
There are, yep.
2 minutes ago, we tried to find it on the PC, and there might be a link.
I mean, sure, like, I want to read people's donations, and we've read through all the ones we can here, so.
We've done all the ones that we can. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Back into the log.
Not on Streamlabs, you can't, can you?
I can't be bothered to go. Click.
I don't know if you can, because I
There is like
try and track through it.
there's a really unfriendly way of doing it.
Matt, would you like a Doctor Who Sonic Spork?
Sonic Spork?
Yeah.
Someone's got a Sonic Spark and they're
From a
asking
loot
if you
crate.
want
Loot
it.
crate.
Yeah, I don't have a Sonic Spork.
They said they will send it to the Yogs PO box if you'd like one.
Oh, yes, please.
There you
That's
go.
amazing.
The man says he wants a
Matt
Sonic
said
Spork.
yes.
You probably can't hear me at the moment. Because
That's
Matt
fine.
says
I'm
it
talking
would be
for
amazing.
yes.
Yes.
That'd be very cool.
you. Yes.
Anything,
Good.
Anything Doctor Who, I'm
Doctor
for.
Who. Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Doctor Who.
Oh, we're trying new things.
Trot's on it.
It's not.
Oh,
Well, that's more.
but that's also got like other stuff in it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you just do that, and then that happens. There you go.
it's just an hour ago.
Oh, that still just
Ah,
goes
so
to an
still
hour
the same
ago. Yeah,
ones.
so that's the exact same ones we just read.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just read them again, guys.
I like that
Really
you guys had a lot of creative play today. I liked it. There were some cool creative ideas.
Yeah. Did stopping the wolves help?
Yes, they would have. You would have had to have like a fight with 2 winter wolves as well as her if you hadn't stopped them. And they're not fun to fight. They're like 60 HP, Breath of Frost, bad.
Ugh.
Yeah. So
Hopefully, Captain
that was very good.
Buttface helped us out.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Well, he kept them busy basically, so you didn't have to fight him. Minor magic item sacrifice for not having to fight another 2 things.
Yeah.
And Cam already went down from one thing, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
probably
worried about
gonna-
that. I thought he was
Worth it.
gone.
Well, that's the thing, because it says like, so Cone of Cold, if it kills a creature, it freezes them solid until they thaw. So I was just like, well, I guess, yeah, like, you just make death saving throws, and if they die, you can't heal them until you unfreeze them, basically, is the mechanic I was going to go with. So,
Good old burning hands, though.
yeah, good old Jutsu.
Yeah.
Saving the day. Good use of DOS loot as well, getting over the balcony. When Trot turned into a raven and threw plaster stalactites, and I was looking at my monster stat of can assume gaseous form at will, I was just like,
Yeah, that sucks.
cool. Yep.
I
Sorry,
think
Trot.
Maybe this whole encounter could have been a lot better if I hadn't stabbed her in the neck.
Yeah.
But hey, you got to defeat her as well, and like I said, you would have had to fight her eventually.
Defeat.
Well, as best as you can.
Hinder her so that we can do stuff in the Winter Spire.
I'm glad that it was a moonbeam that finished her off.
Yeah, that was fucking
Fuck
cool.
you.
That was
Power
it was
of the
literally
moon.
dead
Big
on
ol'
how much
fuck-
HP she had,
fuck
which
you,
was
beam.
great.
Fuck you, Beam.
90 HP.
Is that it?
That's what she had, yeah.
For a god, that's...
That was
She could
only
cast
her
Cone of
physical
Cold
form.
pretty much every turn, which is 8d8
Also,
cold
I guess she
damage.
doesn't really care that much
And
about physical.
Lair actions as well. Like, I didn't really have a chance because I didn't need to do a lot of stuff, but like, she could have walled off and blocked you from each other and stopped
Could
you
I
healing
have-
each other.
Dodged out of that because I have like.
If you have evasion,
dodge,
yeah.
yeah.
So if you make the successful check, you take no damage.
Yeah.
But the problem is he doesn't have a lot of HP as well, which is the
No.
problem. Glass
He's
cannon.
more than me.
I was genuinely debating stabbing myself in the neck.
Just like,
And I probably would have if he didn't go down.
I would have loved that. That would have been great because she wanted you alive at the time, so she would have actually been like, stop.
I would have done it.
It probably would have been like I would have said you crit yourself, like automatically because you are literally stabbing yourself in the neck.
Would
hold it all
would
tight.
she have seen me because I was invisible?
No, she wouldn't. She wasn't actually a god. She was an archfey. It's a bit of a difference.
I just had a real moment of paranoia, like where I was like,
No.
oh look, we have a donation from the thing.
Oh, who wants to read this one? Let's throw it up as a get. Do you want to read it, Katie?
No.
No.
Me.
I don't have the
Kim wants to read
energy.
it. Kim wants to read it.
Me want to read it.
It's not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. So,
Well, we've got one in
I will read Pierre 375 donated. Just in case you don't recover those older donations, just wondering, did you guys get the PHB I sent over to get signed? Yes, we did, Pierre. I'm currently waiting because, and this is the other thing, so for those of you who won prizes, I did pick white winners from the Christmas thing, but Mike is away until the 15th, and he needs to replace the posters because they were all damaged.
posters were a bit.
And we can't sign them.
They were a little bit ripped in the corner, and we don't want to.
They had like no, I checked. They had like a massive like buckle. Like they literally got crushed at one point, and so it was really bad
So
damage.
we're getting new ones for you guys,
So
and then we'll sign them.
and then I'll contact you guys. I've got a list of who it all is and everything else, but I didn't want to do it just in case people are like, "Where's my poster?"
You only deserve perfect quality.
And when I do that, Pierre, I'm going to send your player's handbook out at the same time. So sorry, it's taken a bit of
It
time.
has been signed though.
Yeah, it has been signed.
That
So
has been signed.
I actually don't want to read Awkward Dog Runner because it's got a super rude word in it.
I'll read it. Or Matt, do you want to read
Beep it. I'll do the beep bit.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Matt will read it.
It's quite mean as well.
Am I back on, Steve?
One sec.
It's quite mean to Mark.
Oh, it's got the C word in it. Ooh, I can read it if you want. Or if you want to read it. No, Matt doesn't care.
There.
Matt's good.
So Awkward Dog Boner says this week's boner rating.
I'm going to beep it as well. We
No,
both beep it.
fuck you, Mark.
say
You
it.
massive cuck.
Cool,
No,
okay.
Just no.
Oh, there you
Shove a cactus up your ass. 2017 was supposed to be a good year. Fuck you, you demonic cunt. But that was actually amazing, and can't wait to see how Allura changes. Hashtag bone on Sunday.
Man, I really got under Awkward Dog Boner's skin. Like,
Yeah.
I re-
Everyone's skin.
oh, is everyone raging in chat?
Everyone went fucking apeshit.
Ah.
You realise that this only makes me stronger.
Yours is
It only makes me stronger, guys.
anger.
I genuinely got pissed off when I was about to stab myself in the neck. I was
You're
like,
like,
I'm gonna cry, and I'm really annoyed.
Oh, Katie, save those tears for next week.
I hate you.
Oh, dear.
Nightjar has donated. Thank you very much, Nightjar. There is a curse. They say, may you live in interesting times. See, someone got it. Also, Mark, how about our lesbian elves? Are they okay? Will we still get our wedding? Thanks for all the beer.
Yeah, so you guys are obviously stunned by what you've just seen. There is more to add to that later on, but yeah.
Is this
yeah.
going to be like a proper season finale? Everyone's just fucking dead.
It's like Game of Thrones style.
Lycanthropes.
Matt, I know I don't say this in jest, I say this meaningly. It is never up to me who lives and who dies.
It's up to the dice.
Up to the dice and you
where we are
fuckers.
These are the
They're
old
the
donations.
ones now, so
Oh, okay, sweet. So I know that we had
start on this one.
that one and then go
no.
down.
No.
No, go
No,
up.
that's
Oh, go
Xylish.
up. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Xylish.
It's Xylish. Nightjar donated. Yay! I've missed you guys so much the past few weeks. Hope you had a good holidays. So happy to have my story-filled Sundays back. But please don't kill anyone. From Nightjar. Thank you very much.
Bam goes TNT says, for all those who can't donate but want to, we love HighRollers. Also, my favorite people back on my favorite people on my favorite show. It's back. It's finally back. Yes.
Yay.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt.
So you're Menace.
Murnus
Murnus.
says, thank you, Mark, for your hard work. Thank you, everyone behind the camera. Thank you, Kim, for the dramatic tension. Thank you, Chris, for the laughs. Thank you, Katie, for the adorbs. And thank you, Matt, for reminding me how death saving throws are.
Oh, that's mean. You didn't go down today.
Hey, you
No,
went
I
down
didn't.
today.
Yeah, exactly.
Cam Buckland did.
With me.
Squiggle donated pizza and high rollers. This has got to be the best birthday ever.
Happy
birthday!
birthday!
Birthday to you.
Cheers.
No, I'm trying to get it on my phone. What is
Andy Man.
Andy Man.
Andy Man 117, is that?
Yep.
Attention, troopers. The HighRollers TV tropes page is actually out of date, and fixing that is too big a job for me to handle. The most recent event mentioned is Barris's return, and the character page is just the main four: Loban, Falk, Barris, and Korak.
There we go. So just saying, TV tropes. If you love TV tropes, get on that. Help out Andy Man.
If you care about that.
Pierre 375. Happy New Year's, everyone. Here's hoping for a year full of high rolling. I was just wondering if we answer this, Pierre. We've got your back. Don't worry, bro.
Elise said 23. Hey, HighRollers. The first episode of 2017 also happens to be the first I get to watch it live at 4 a.m. Australian time.
Oh my
Just
god.
tried binging the playlist on Yogs Live, but had just barely missed the Christmas special by the time I caught up. But I'm here for today at least.
Woo! Enjoy. Oh, and the second one from said.
I also wanted to mention that this is the first time I've ever drawn submitted fan art for anything, but I couldn't resist the idea of drawing Cam as a woman with a pair of natural double D20s.
Yay.
Hoping to become a more active member of the community.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome, friend.
Get stuck in. There's a subreddit as well.
There's the Discord,
There's the Discord.
it's all good.
Tumblr. It's all that.
All the stuff.
Hashtag roll on Sunday.
Yeah.
All one word.
Olorem has donated, but no message. And the Hatman141 has donated a half hundo.
Oh, half hundo.
Saying today's my birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Giving
Would be
us money on your birthday.
No.
would be an awesome present to get a shout out and would make my day.
Well,
you just did.
You just did.
Keep up the good work on these streams. They're the highlight of my week. I've seen every single stream without fail.
Well, thank
Well
you so
done.
much and happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Love Gun has donated. Hi guys, I love HighRollers and you helped me get into D&D. Now I watch Critical Role and have all the D&D rule books.
Sweet.
Sweet. More peeps. I love it.
You guys are the best. I hope you guys have a great new year. P.S. Mark, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. No, I will not let it go.
It is.
It
Get
is
out.
absolutely. It is 100% a Christmas
Confirmed.
movie.
Get out.
You've been reading the wrong articles, friend. It is about a man finding his family at Christmas. Everything else is incidental. It's got
Yippee-ki-yay.
Christmas music.
And it's, yeah, say Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Yeah, and he gets rid of the Grinch.
Christmas
essentially.
is integral to the plot. This was his argument against me.
Does
It
that mean that
absolutely
Batman
is.
Returns is also not a Christmas film? Because that is set entirely.
It's not about it being set at Christmas. It's about Christmas being intrinsic to the plot, in
Yeah.
which Die Hard it is.
Well, even the line is ho ho ho.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
intrinsic.
can't do it.
Let's
Intrinsic.
keep going.
Sorry, I
I
got
have a
distracted.
4:30 wake-up call.
Sorry, yes.
Health fiction, homemade macaroni and cheese, a cold glass of Diet Coke, and a group of unfairly attractive nerds. Some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's high rollers.
Oh, thank you very much.
Aw.
It's very sweet. Isa, tell us. Hello, I've spent all my Christmas break watching a year of your D&D videos. No regrets. First time live with you and hoping this becomes part of my weekly routine. I love your game and found you after I created a character of my own. Thank you, Mark. My pleasure.
Shannon Good. Yay, first HighRollers of 2017. I'm so glad I am off work and can catch it live. Thanks for almost a year of amazing streams. Any idea if more shirts will be on the US store? I wanted one and it's not even listed on there anymore.
We'll
Thanks
get
again.
Merch Mike on it when he gets
Mike's
back.
on holiday.
Yeah, we'll get him on
a
it.
month.
Just Plain House says, my first live stream, finally caught up. You missed my hundo on the Canon charity stream, but that's cool because it means that much more was raised for charity.
Exactly.
Just wanted to say thank you for the fun streams and I look forward to season 2.
Well,
Thank you
very
for your
much.
hundo as well.
Yeah, and this donation.
And this.
And this one.
Scruppus donated. Hi, just wanted to say a massive thank you to you all for entertaining me over the Christmas period. Have finally managed to catch up. Mark, thank you for replying to my tweets about being a DM. Cheers, Chris, you're great. Keep Cam doing Cam stuff. We love it.
Sounds like we got quite a lot of first time people watching the stream live this
Yeah.
week. It's pretty cool.
That's great.
That's great.
Tanath, ugh. Your first week back and I'll have to watch the VOD. To quote the guild, go to hell real life. I'll punch you in the face. Oh well. Can't wait to see what happens next.
You're in for good
Thanks, Tanath.
Lightning Wolf, another amazing stream. You're welcome in the US anytime. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Ramucci. Hello, donating for cute dried lady who has my name. So weird.
There you go.
Ooh.
Yana.
And Sky Silverwing says, from the maps I have seen of this world,
sorry.
from the maps I've seen of this world, this continent does not seem to be particularly large in terms of our world's continents. Are there a lot of other continents in the world? I'm just trying to work out the odds of the elf spires being here.
Here we go.
He's not going to tell you.
Season 2.
Not going to tell you.
HighRollers in space.
The best tech.
Saving that stuff.
The best tech donated. I did a big mistake. Since I've been watching HighRollers for a while, I decided to finally have a go with a couple of friends. I bought a starter set, some dice and minis, and then it turned out none of my family friends are interested in playing. You should go to the thread on our subreddit
And the Discord as
and
well.
on the Discord. There are people who are always looking to make groups of friends to play with, and even if you have to play online, then
It's a starting
you
point.
can
You've got a starting
somewhere
point.
to start.
I mean, also, check your local area. You might have a gaming club you just don't know about. Check that. Oh,
Just fell back. Because whenever new one comes through, it pushes the last one off the page. So
oh okay. Well, I was going to say, yeah, check your local area for gaming clubs and stuff as well, because you might know that there are people there. And the other one is, like, maybe if you can get a few friends, they might say that they're not interested in playing. If you invite them over, plunk some pre-made characters in front of them, and tell them that they're in a tavern, you never know. They might get into it.
I think we're caught up now.
I think we're caught up.
We're all caught up?
No, because we.
No, that was
But
what we did
when you
before.
went back to the other page, I didn't recognise the last.
Is
donation
there
we
more
had.
on top of what have
Yes.
already been? Okay, so if we go...
There's a few more, but that one was on the first page, and someone new donated, so it's gone through to this page.
Can you go
Yeah,
back
because
to
that's the
first
same one
page,
from
please?
Bam Goes TNT, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
read it on
We've-
Streamlabs.
I read that
before it
earlier.
went
Go
away.
back to the first page,
There's
but
a couple
stay.
new ones on this page.
Let's see what's at the top.
Check the
Yeah, it'll be the top.
bottom.
It's
no,
no.
because there was one on the bottom that we hadn't seen.
Was it?
Just scroll down for a sec. That one, we didn't have that one, did we? Supplies are running low, losing sleep. We didn't have that one.
Oh yeah, we didn't have that one, but we did have the one from
Must have
Techie
missed
Read.
it.
We've missed a couple. So yeah.
Okay,
The
all right.
Endorian.
Well, Endorian. Yeah, go on.
Says, give please, cheer 150. Been waiting so long, high rollers. Supplies are low,
bits.
losing sleep. Hopefully today's session will be the cure to my endless thirst for D&D shenanigans, or at least stave it off for a while. Okay, thanks, bye, love you, Kappa.
That's why it's bits. That's why we didn't see it before.
Ah,
Bits
there you
And
donation.
there's also like a cheers yo, but
okay.
Jay Wokester donated. I love you guys so much. Kim, you're probably my favourite Yogscast member. Don't tell Lewis. You're all awesome. These streams are the best.
thank you.
oh.
I get another. Okay,
Yep.
I can do this one. Awkward Dog Boner has donated once again. Okay, maybe that was a bit mean on Mark. I truly mean it. This arc has been amazing so far. Also, the cactus up the ass part. Please, it's my fetish. Also a cheeky erection rejection moment. Cam diving into the Dryad's warm glade without consent. Hashtag bone on Sunday.
Good old awkward dog boner.
Lol.
You are awkward.
So this one, Takisis for Matt.
Tarkisis says, welcome to 2017, Rollers. Awesome episode to start the year. Mark, look out behind you. It's Thordak. Run.
It's this fella.
Ah.
This fella is from Critical Role, the Cinder King, which is a fucking cool name for a big red dragon, to be honest. Sky Silverwing for Katie.
Sky Silverwing, the arrows should still have the same effect of healing the werewolf, shouldn't they?
Whoa, I don't know.
I just hurt them.
Mixed with metal, who knows? Magic.
Isn't it silver that kills werewolves, traditionally?
Traditionally, yes.
But we're in the world of Iraq.
Lycanthropes.
The
is there more?
Gloopy Tim for Trot.
The Gloopy Tim says, hey guys, love the stream. Bet you cannot wait to get your hands on Tales of the Yawning Portal, Mark. You know what they say, Mark. The Tomb of Horrors puts the crawl into dungeon crawl.
I recently spoke about that on my new channel, Tabletop Weekly, which you can check out on YouTube. It was just such a nice plug. Like, it was such an
Well, plug
easy
it.
plug.
What is it?
No, I'm just done. It's my tabletop gaming channel. It's my tabletop
Go
channel.
check it out.
Check it out. Tabletop
Coming
Weekly.
soon, character creation videos.
Yeah.
right?
So, oh my God, it's going to be
Soon.
work. It's a lot of work. Next week.
Next week.
Yeah. I'm going to be playing some games with this one and this one as well.
Yeah.
This one is ready.
Yeah. So, thank you very much for all your donation, guys. Hopefully we did catch them all in the end. Katie has to go because she's got to get out very early. So, it's all the sympathy for Katie. But I hope you've enjoyed this, High Rollers. We will see you again next week for the same time. And yeah, catch you then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.